Australia isn't the biggest country in the world.
Mm.
So how much do you think you miss? You know what I mean? Or do you feel like you have like the whole comic market over there covered in that one Facebook group?
Oh, it's multiple Facebook groups, multiple. There are don't get me wrong. There are a lot of good sellers, and a lot of people who get big books. But the prices are reflected as well, with obviously having to factor in
Getting
shipping
them there.
costs, getting them there, and obviously currency conversion when they actually bought them. Like the Aussie dollar at the moment versus the US dollar is absolutely tanked. Like it's absolutely crap, and that's why Rob's loving it. Me finding these Golden Age books,
But I don't
like
understand how that, like, I don't understand one bit how that actually works. So like the book is worth a specific value. It doesn't matter what currency it's in. Like it should be an is that for Monkey? Okay. Where are you putting it? Okay. So like just hypothetically, a book is this is a $10 book. It's a $10 book. So in the US, that's 10 US dollars. So whatever equals 10 US dollars, whether it be, you know, in China and Australia and Canada, wherever, that should technically all come back around to 10 US dollars, right?
It does. And that's probably why it's so hard with the currency conversions, because I don't know what the US versus Canadian dollar is like. I know our dollar versus the Canadian dollar is almost on parity, so it's almost dollar for dollar.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like it's not like you're saving money. Like I'm not going to save money buying this in Australia or vice versa. You know what I mean? The Australian dollar's worth less. You have to have more, but that's the book that's the value, not the dollar. You know what I mean?
It'd probably work better if it was a bigger book.
Yeah.
Like I know that sounds stupid, but
no,
say something's got a $500 fair market value on it. You know, you're gonna have to spend at least $500. And for some stupid reason, you might see it here for $500, but by the time you actually, if you actually pay in Australian dollars, it'll be less coming out of you because
of course, that's what I'm saying. The book has the value. So if it's 500 US dollars, like if it was me shopping foreign markets, I would, okay, a book worth $500. There's one in Australia. Well, before I go over there and look at the value, the price of the Australian copy, I'm going to go look at what 500 US dollars equals. And what do y'all use? Kangaroo patties? What is your currency?
It's dollars.
Y'all call them dollars?
Yeah, dollars.
Dollary dues. So I would check how many dollary dues I get for 500 US dollars. And we're just gonna hypothetically here say it's $750 dues. All right, now I know that $750 dues equals 500 US dollars. So when I go and look at the book, if it's under $750 dues, I know it's a good deal. If it's over, I know it's over. Like I don't understand how buying a foreign comic saves you money. It's just converting. It's the item that has the value, not the dollars. We're just assigning dollary dues and dollars to something to reflect its value.
I was going to say something that didn't apply, but I will say the Australian dollar fluctuates way more than the American dollar.
Yeah, which also has no bearing on an item because this isn't.
And that's why I said it.
Because this isn't a dollary due.
Yeah,
this is a book, so
it doesn't apply to this conversation. But
yeah,
for some reason, sometimes over there, stuff is way more expensive.
Yeah,
like even with the conversion. I don't know if it's just because of shipping, but then sometimes it's way cheaper.
He was talking about how there's a Hulk number 5 that popped up over there, which isn't very often you see a Hulk 5 pop up on that side of the pond or on that side of land surrounded by all the pond.
That's right.
Fucking island. But he's talking about how Rob's been loving scooping stuff up from over there because of the conversion. And I'm like, I don't get that. Like, I don't get that one bit because it's this that has the value. It doesn't matter what continent you put it on. They just adjust the price to reflect its value. And they're like I said, if it's 500 US dollars, if you put it in Australia, that's $750 dues. Put it somewhere else, it's 1,000 rupees. You put it in Mexico, it's 10 billion pesos. wherever you put it. It's just an equivalent number across the board.
It seems like where you're finding it, I think, is Facebook or different places like that.
Yeah, Facebook groups. Yeah,
He's finding steals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
there's
finding
less
deals
people
on 'em.
hunting there, is what it is. That's
Gotcha.
what it sounds like.
Like the 3 books that I just got for Rob that he's just showed off on his new video.
Yeah.
They're asking $100 Australian each, and so I'd say $300 cost, I think, $80 Australian to ship it. So we'll say $400 just for argument's sake.
Dollar
So, like,
reduce. You have to say
dollar
dollar
reduce.
reduce.
300 to 275 US ish, probably.
Yeah. So like Rob basically said that if we can get it he wanted it for say $250 for the 3 books, which I was able to get. That only cost him 160 or 170 US.
Wow.
And then shipping, I paid $80 Australian, but it only cost him like $50. So it actually works out. Like if you're looking at, like, say, if you look at dollar reduced to dollars, you got me saying it now.
Well, and then all seriousness, we're only
I
saying
thought that's what it was, to be
There's
honest.
a distinction for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
You can call them unicorns for all I care, as long as we call it something different.
Yeah, so in that sort of thing, he's like, okay, well, it is actually worth it in American dollars for that value, sort of thing. So
we'll call the American dollar a dollary dang.
We'll call it an eagle.
Yeah,
eagle and a kangaroo.
Yeah.
An eagle dollar.
100 eagles is worth 300 roos.
Yeah,
Tyler,
so
how are you? How are the Irish doing? The Fighting Irish.
I mean, good. We've only played last Saturday, so it's been a while, but we played good. We won.
I haven't played since we last did this.
Yeah, we play tomorrow against Stanford,
Okay, so
and Maggie's going. Maggie's going with her boyfriend.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought you. I was thinking
she go with Remy.
I'm like, what? What do you mean, Lisa's?
Yeah, Remy Q.
Yeah, I see where you're actually promoting your channel now, which makes me proud.
Yeah, I am a little bit. You guys got me thinking I should.
You definitely should. That way, people who would be interested in it know it exists.
Yeah.
I hope that's why
I always did on our Facebook page, but I just never did anywhere else.
And happy anniversary too.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Yesterday, you're late.
Old news.
I'm probably 2 days late. But
yeah, you're
no.
I hit the comments one time. I haven't done that. We're almost 10 minutes in. The newest members are still showing up on here, so hit those again. Big thank you to El Green Machine for joining the Legion, as well as the son of Bruce, aka Chris, aka Retro Rocket, aka Kelly, upgraded their membership. Marcus, what is going on?
LFG.
G.
I think it was BFG, that old book.
Yeah. That Coco Love Chevy, one of the sweeping winners from the 1,500 subscriber giveaway.
I saw that.
Yeah, he made out like a bandit. He got some awesome DC Bronze Age bondage covers, as well as that awesome LeMay slab.
I missed the first like 20 minutes because my power went out for like 2.5 hours. First time we've lived in this house where the power went out for more than like a minute.
Tyler always says something that doesn't apply. That was early.
Yeah, that was earlier.
I'm sorry I missed it sooner.
Yeah.
Good morning, Brother John. How are you, my good friend? Miss So is in the building.
Miss So.
Good morning, El Green Machine. Chop and drop. What is happening? What's
up?
What is good? Legal burning. Oh, man. I need to talk.
Randy,
I need to talk to you, my man. Nothing bad at all. We've got this comics curing cancer. No, not at all. We got this comics curing cancer event coming up, and I wanted to talk to you to see if you're available to potentially participate in the event.
Yeah, Randy donated that Spider-Man card for when we did our 24-hour whackathon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to speak for Randy, but he's done it before.
I would like you to speak
because Randy's the best. So
Kyler's going to speak for Randy. What did he do before?
He donated to the 24-hour whackathon where we were raising money for a good cause, and I'm sure he'll do it again. just because he's a good guy. I
Boom.
just would
Right there.
I would
Tyler,
assume
the Lorax speaks for the trees and Tyler speaks for Randy.
as
Boom,
long
just
as
like that.
as long as he's available, I'm
Yeah,
sure
and all
he
and all
would because
seriousness,
he's
Randy,
the
and
best.
this is a weird time to hash it out, but the event's not a 24-hour stream this year. It's going to just be from
Look at
Friday
this.
to
I have his
Sunday.
work right here.
From Friday to Sunday, it's going to be just we're going to be theming our shows for that weekend that already exist for Comics Curing Cancer and just raising money and doing stuff throughout the weekend for it. And and we're trying to find people that might have some free time to hop on to any show during that stream. They're more than welcome to hop on to every show if they wanted to, and just like draw live and have stuff available for people to potentially purchase any kind of stuff, and yeah, just whatever we can do to cock slam cancer, basically.
Yeah, I have extremely high expectations. And I don't know if they're high enough because I have a feeling we're going to be raising a lot of money. A lot of people will find channels they've never found. It's going to be a fun day, fun weekend.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've already heard of a couple new ones, like something like DJ Links. Yeah, there's going to be doing a show called In the Mix on a channel called DJ Links. Looking forward to checking
give that one a shot.
See what it's all about. I'm assuming it's about music.
Yeah.
Flash Ray Videos. What is going on? Good morning. Good morning. Tyler
is always high enough.
Taylor, how's the new job going, my friend?
I always comment on Taylor's weekly review show, which you should go watch if you don't. He'll sell you on some books. He'll tell you what to skip. And he said he's going to change it to Tyler's Terrible Reviews. So that's going to be the new channel name or the show name.
What did you do to make him mad?
Well, because everyone calls him Tyler and me Taylor, or maybe it's just Rob. And he definitely doesn't do it on purpose. Maybe he has a couple times, but 90% of the time it's on accident.
DJ Links. Isn't that Tiger Woods' new golf caddy? It might be.
It might be.
I won't know anything about golf until April. And then as soon as the second full week of April hits, I forget everything I know about golf.
Yeah. Who doesn't love the Masters?
Bro, we get bombarded with so much information. Everybody becomes an amateur fan. No matter what. Dude, if you want to or not, you just hear so much information. You're like, yeah, that new up-and-coming kid from New Orleans who's taking the PGA by storm. He's got like 13 victories under his belt already. Can you believe that?
I know you live in Augusta or the Augusta area, so you experienced the mass of that, the Masters, like the brunt. But around the country, at least where I live, it happens too. Everyone becomes a golf fan, even in Indiana.
Bro, it's hilarious because the week prior to Masters, like it really kicks off, like being here, it kicks off a lot way before the tournament, like people having to leave their houses and all kinds of stuff. But as soon as you can smell April in the air, people start wearing their Masters clothes. You can buy like Masters brand polos and belts.
Yeah, my whole family has them.
All of a sudden, people start bringing their dogs in with their Masters leashes and everything. Like, dude, this is. I get it, man. You like golf for a week. It's cool.
It's the best golf tournament that exists, in my opinion. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, it's in the name.
I don't know. I kind of like the golf tournament that happens down the street at the Putt and Putt.
Putt. Yeah, that is literally down the street.
It's the same. Yeah. The Masters is the same as Putt Putt.
And all joking aside, I didn't know this till a handful of years ago. My mom let me know about it because some guy that she knows is actually a professional putt putter. They have tournaments and they get all serious with it. Like, that's pretty cool.
Good morning.
Good morning. You look a little more tired than you usually are. Did you sleep?
I did. As a matter of fact, I slept and I even hit snooze on my alarm, apparently. And I've literally gotten up out of the recliner, walked to the kitchen to pour my coffee.
That's all you need to do. And
then I've walked back here. So, I probably should have stopped by the bathroom, splashed some water on my face or something. But We'll do that in a moment.
I know for sure Rob was up late rewatching season 1 of She-Hulk to prepare for
I
today.
actually was. Oddly enough, basically, I did, among other things.
No.
I did.
You sat on the remote and it started playing?
No, I watched in addition, after having watched it and talked about it with Bert, whatever. But last night, after I was up late, I watched a big 25-minute long breakdown of somebody else's their objective breakdown
Of what?
they tried not to. They took the show and just kind of went like scene by scene or a lot of scenes and kind of talked about different things that were going on and some of the things that they were alluding to or had been going on back and forth. But it kind of broke down the show with their take, but it was fairly objective. Didn't really interject a lot of their feeling and stuff.
They were more observing than reporting.
Well, they were like you can report and be objective.
Not these days.
Well, it used to be. So,
Yeah.
anyways, it was actually a very little opinion put into it, more of just a reporting of a statement of facts, which I thought was pretty impressive, given how easy it was to inject opinion into this episode.
Yeah, I put up a little post. Like, I thought the last episode was fun at parts of it. I think that it was outrageous and a horrible idea. But there's like that's what I said. It was ridiculous. Moments of fun. I'm glad it's over.
You're more generous than I.
Yeah, I mean, I've stood up for it every week and said I've enjoyed it until this episode.
I literally it was like a train wreck and I couldn't avert my eyes, but I didn't want to watch at the same time. It was just wow.
Y'all could be watching Stargirl, just throwing that out there.
I probably will, honestly. Now that this is over and I'm not going to be watching Andor, I'm going to start Stargirl season 1.
You're not watching Andor? I'm sorry.
I stopped.
I fell off.
First 3 episodes, started episode 4, and I said, okay, I'm over 2 hours in, and I don't give 2 shits about anything happening.
They lost me when they pulled in the real world guns. I'm like, no, nope, not doing this. Like they just had that was like
last week was the heist.
But now I can't go back and watch it because I'm behind, and that's not my rule. It's my flaw. Like when I get behind on stuff, I just completely get. Despite wanting to watch it or not, I just never end up catching up. I've accepted that about myself.
Does anybody know how many episodes there are in the Andor series?
There's at least 3 seasons coming of the Andor series.
God, I want to say it's 8 episodes of season 1.
Okay,
but I'm not.
It's just because it was like it was funny as I'm watching the episode and last week, and my wife came and sat down on it, and she managed to, get muddled through it without having to know much about the previous episodes, obviously, because
nothing happens in them.
yeah, it was a lot of backstory telling and everything else, and we get done with it. And she's like, "Oh, is that the last episode?" And I was like looking at it, thinking to myself, the way the episode ended, I was like, "I don't believe so, dear. There's some points there that seem like I would go further with them, but because you asked that question,
the cliffhanger episode, was that the last episode?
I'm like, oh, it could have been. I mean, you could have theoretically, if you'd done a few things slightly different, you could have polished it and ended it with this episode, but it just felt like there's a lot more. There's more there to be having to watch some of the other episodes. So,
can you y'all watch the new Hellraiser movie on Hulu?
I heard it was good though.
Yeah,
from
I
like
watched
everyone
that last night. That was solid. It was super solid.
Well, since none of you guys are watching this, and you guys are all saying it's boring. Let me just simply say this: half those people in the episodes you were watching it bored you. They're all dead now. in true rebel fashion. So there.
That does not sell me in any
Great.
capacity.
Now I have to spend 3 hours being taught about new characters.
Or you can go about your business because you don't care.
Then I just need to watch that one episode, Taylor. If it was that good, I'll watch that one.
I thought it was good.
My favorite part of Andor is when they speak Canary. The subtitles read, speaking Canary. Whoever the asshole who wrote this is a man after my own heart.
I'm early to watch the new Halloween. Pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot that you could watch that at home this week.
Yeah, what streaming service is it on? Is it?
I think you just buy it or rent it on
I'm
it,
sure.
like whatever
I'm sure
Sam
possibly. There's no way on earth it's HBO.
Google
God, that's just
or
a piece of pile of shit.
yeah, just Google or iTunes.
Switey, can you read this comment for me, please?
Sorry, I'm busy.
Peacock? It's on Peacock.
Yeah, it's
For
on
free?
Peacock. They've done
That's
that
the
with-
wrong. That's the wrong animal.
Wow.
They've
I
done
would
that with
never
all of
guess
them
that.
so far.
But not the day of release in theaters. What else was there?
That's how I watched the first one. I haven't watched the second one, and this is the third one in this new trilogy. But that's why I was wondering if they did it again. They even released it early. It was available pretty early into the evening last night because somebody in one of the conversation chats mentioned that they were firing it up because it's available early. What is going on, Graphic Man? Did the new Hellraiser hold up to Hellraiser in space? Because that was nothing ever holds up to something in space. I don't think that's fair. Like Jason X, Critters. Rob had a little twitch on that one.
Rob likes critters.
No, we're talking about Jason X.
She-Hulk is a dumpster fire on a trash planet filled with trash people to maintain the trash, even protect the trash. Andor was okay.
I wish I could disagree with you, Joe. I didn't hate it until the end, but wow, that ending. I kind of went off and to a couple friends on Instagram. I was messaging, but I got it all out of me, and I don't think I want to rehash my thoughts. Honestly, it's just the worst.
Leprechaun space.
Well, there's something about a show, watching a show when the show's whole basically turns everything and says, "This was all about you and what bad people you are. We don't like you, viewers.
Yeah, that's just like one of
Stop
50
criticizing the
things.
shit that we put out, and you will freaking take it and enjoy it." Okay.
You know what's funny is they criticize like one group of people early in the show. They criticize the detractors of the show early on, like about halfway through the show, and everybody who was digging the show is like, "Oh, that's awesome! They're so smart. They know that y'all don't like it, and they got you, ha ha ha." And then in the finale, they criticize those people for thinking this is a smart written show. Like,
Right.
oh, you thought this was going somewhere? Oh, you thought we were writing a story? We're not doing that. Like, dude, y'all, that made my day. Like all these people that have been like, you just don't get it. You're just one of the people that were talking about ball. No, you are the people that thought that this was a good show. That have been
Everybody. It was just an attack on everybody.
everybody. You know, it's pretty funny. Like I'm like, dude, that like I wasn't even mad at the show because I'm like a lot of people. I've been pointing this out from day one. Rob, I think you started catching on at episode 3, was it? You're like, wait a minute.
Well, I stopped giving it a chance.
No.
Right. It was like I kept saying, like, well, hold on, let's see where it's going. Let's see where it's going and do this. Well, it turned out it was going nowhere. And that's why
Yeah, I said in episode 2 it was going nowhere, and that was the point of the show. And it seemed like in this one, they kind of went back on that. They were like, "Oh, there was gonna be a point, but we got you. There's not."
No, it wasn't even that, because if you watched even the episode, up until they have her do her stupid crap, it's still not really going anywhere. You're just like, oh, what on earth are you gonna do? Okay, the whole idea was you to come, really? And what do you, I mean, it is true when she's sitting there puzzled about everybody just showing up. It's like, this is just
alien not in space. They were technically in space. LV-421 is not here on Earth, so
I don't mind a wall break, but I mean a 20-minute wall break. Just
with nothing to.
It was like
nothing was good about it. It wasn't funny or clever.
It was like the end of Blazing Saddles. It just kind of went like, huh?
Bro, don't go there. Blazing Saddles is hilarious.
No, I know, but the fact that it spills out onto the lot and goes out and everything, you're just like the end of Blazing Saddles is a little bit of a weird week. Yeah. It just goes off there. And that's what it tries to do almost, but it's not even good.
I can't remember who it was. Somebody pointed out like they thought that the whole wall break thing was clever, and it really just kind of highlighted how Kevin Feige keeps all this stuff kind of tight, and people don't have the ability to really do what they want, or they have to work within a parameter. And I said, actually, it's kind of the polar opposite. This showed that Kevin Feige is not involved in this phase like he's previously been, and these people are able to run roughshod over this. You know, obviously, if Kevin Feige made the decision to make this episode, that would be one of the most self-grandizing things I've ever seen in my life.
One thing I said too was like we're all connected to like this Marvel stuff, and we understand the jokes. What about somebody that's not? Like the Kevin joke, the X-Men stuff, just all the stuff that was brought up in front of Kevin just had to go over everyone's heads that is not just fully
and that's
invested
fine because
in
they're
Marvel.
not the audience. The audience,
but they're watching it. If you watched it and didn't get any of it, like okay, like if my sister watches this and she watches Marvel stuff, she wouldn't understand one thing that was going on.
Dude, what are they talking about? That's what they do. They just try to, honey, what are they talking about?
Yeah, but then how do you explain all that?
You just simply
it's
say,
the you know whole thing. It's everything.
The show basically said that I'm a nerd, and not in a good way.
I don't know, man. I don't. This episode offered nothing.
It was like high school again. Yes, Pop Secret for breakfast is a good thing. It's just like old school days where people just said, "Yeah, I'm a nerd." Instead, nerds. It's like freaking Revenge of the Nerds, type use of the words.
I don't know. It was terrible. It made me question if I like comics anymore. It made me question if I want to see anything Marvel ever again.
That's why Mad
it was that level
Captain
of bad
America today. He wants something that is something that he can rally behind. And oh, wow.
It made me rethink that Moon Knight was better as well. I think Moon Knight was not as bad as I after watching that finale.
I definitely agree that Moon Knight was a better show than She-Hulk. Yeah. I definitely agree.
Yeah, and I didn't like Moon Knight almost at all.
She-Hulk had one episode that I was that I thought was quality, where it was funny and fun, and it like kind of drove the characters in a direction. One.
Biggie said he officially likes She-Hulk since everyone hates it. Biggie, I would love for you to watch that finale because you would tear it to shreds.
I doubt it.
Oh, dude, how? How do you doubt it? What is
because he was on here, and I still don't know if he was serious when he was talking about how awesome Thunder was.
I forgot about that.
So Biggie be watching stuff from Biggie's perspective, and I don't know what kind of movies he watches.
I still believe in Biggie enough. There's no way.
Well, I'm ready just to move on and forget it ever existed.
Yeah, I know it. But the thing is, it's like it just came out. It's Friday, so it's gonna get brought up. But as soon as this day is over, I'm with you. It's done forever.
Harrison Ford is Red Hulk. Thoughts?
I heard that rumor too. No thanks.
I thought they were just getting him in as Thunderbolt Ross when it comes to the Hulk. He's just a computer. It doesn't. As long as he has a mustache, I don't care who it is. But at this point, I don't really care.
Well, I heard that Cole's Comic Claims is going to be playing Red Hulk.
That'd be perfect. It'd be the nicest Hulk ever.
Okay. Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
That'd be a good one. On weed. Was that Dave Chappelle? How high? No, not how high. Half baked.
I'm here, but I gotta turn my camera off.
He said it's going to age well too. Man, I think Love and Thunder already didn't age well. Did y'all see where Mr. Chip Getler has past the 900 subscriber threshold?
Damn, dude. I'm like too slow.
Damn, Rob, you got to keep up with Chip.
I can't.
You need to be the next one to release a some sort of controversial video.
No.
Next weekend, Rob. Next weekend.
And it's like you'll see like watch Chris creeping up on me too, and I was like, oh yeah, well maybe I should have.
Coco, wasn't it the scene where Dave Chappelle went and because when he was riding around serving everybody, he went and served up Jon Stewart, and he kept asking him, "Haven't you seen the back of a $20 bill on weed? There's a man in the bush. There's not a man in the bush. Red team go, red team go."
All I care about is catching.
How many subs were you at, Rob? Roundabout.
I'm gonna go look. I don't remember. I think it was like 870 something.
You're getting up there and close too.
Yeah, but it takes me a long time to move stuff.
I had a huge stall out at like 8 something. No, those are for outside later. Well, you can have them outside later. You do them later.
885.
Oh yeah, you're getting close.
You're doing a lot better than me.
Have you thought about what you're going to do? Are you going to set up memberships and stuff like that? And if so,
Yeah, I've talked about that. So, I mean, originally I wasn't going to do any of that stuff, and I don't know about membership stuff. I'll think about that.
You should race Chris to the finish line, and whoever gets there first gets to claim the Comic Army membership. Join Rob's Fat Stacks Comic Army.
No, it'd be more my henchmen or something, But whatever I do with it, as far as that stuff, is all going to be going to C3 anyway. So I haven't decided.
Ryan's 3 away from 300, and he just started content creating again. I don't know if y'all got his notifications on. He's been doing a lot of.
He's been doing a ton.
Stuff. Yeah, and it's all like actually like super helpful if you're trying to keep up with what's going on and where to read, kind of thing, with some of this stuff that's connected.
Should have been toying with the idea that if I do memberships, it'll be something super cheap, especially since everything's only going to C3 for the most part, or everything is going to C3. Is to sit there and just go to make it cheap. I gotta come up with something to make the membership worthwhile, but $1, just get more people involved in it. So that way it's more dollars going to the C3.
Yeah, I think minimum's $2. I want to say
$2, whatever it is.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. I think it's $1.99.
Yeah, I don't know. I still got a ways to get there. I'm not too terribly worried about it. Yeah, that's right. A long way to get there.
Dude, the real time actually starts once you hit the threshold. When they start,
you're on 298 now, Ryan. I didn't realize I
start
wasn't subscribed.
slow rolling out all the studio stuff, but it is a process.
Yeah, well, that's fine. They can. I'm in no rush.
I think next weekend, Rob. Next weekend, you're gonna hit it.
Well, I'd be surprised, but hopefully if there's a boost out of it, that's great. If there isn't, no big deal.
There's definitely going to be a boost out of it.
I'm methodical.
Mine will probably go down.
I had you tagged in my Notre Dame video because I promoted C3 on there yesterday.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to do it again the next couple times as well.
Yeah, this weekend I have so many things to do this weekend. It's ridiculous. Trying to get this stuff moving along.
Who you got on Only Slabs this weekend?
Comic Man Andy will be on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Pass.
He's already used up all his sagas, we think. So probably should be mostly Star Wars now.
He's mainly a modern guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
modern.
Got
Definitely.
some 80s stuff with the Punisher and all that, though.
No, that's all
Yeah.
right. I'll enjoy
So
that.
we mix it up because next week or the week after that, we'll have Man Cave back on, and then Dope.
Quickies too.
Dope will be a good one.
I don't think we're gonna have quickies because nobody's reached out or nothing's done, and I don't have the effort to go
I'm
chase
reaching
that
out.
shit.
What
I
is
don't have
going
time to
on?
chase down that crap when I'm got
What
too
if
many other things to
if
do.
I reach out for a quickie and I just
Yeah,
go way
I'm not-
longer than you expect?
Yeah,
What is going on? DJ Kicks is in the chat.
You know, of all the weeks to have somebody on, it would be a good week to bring me on. For
I
a
can
little
show
bit,
one
'cause
slab.
People liked it.
There we go. There's a quickie.
I have
Oops.
3 submissions here and 2 more that just shipped yesterday. I'm gonna have 5 I'll have 5 submissions that'll be back from CBCS that I can sit there and open up too. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm prepared to have another submission of Pokemon cards be presented on the show.
I got you, Rob.
Yeah, he started collecting Dragon Ball cards. I saw that, Tyler.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, you're already busted.
A slab's a slab. Just think about it.
It was
Only
a nice-
slabs.
It was a nice looking Shenron.
I got a
Don't
couple
know.
more yesterday.
Cool.
Maybe if you had cards from graded cards of community police officers or the 1998
I wonder if I can actually get it to look good. It's Goku, and there's like all his versions behind him, held by Roshi.
That's original.
Super Saiyan.
That's Super Saiyan 3.
No, just one. Just this was
No,
like his first one, I think.
No, that's Super Saiyan 3 because his hair's bigger. You can
Okay.
tell by the length.
I'm
of
not
their
that far
hair.
into the story yet.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell by the length of the hair how big the hair gets as to what Super Saiyan it is.
Well, I've only seen him go 2 so far. He just did it, so I'm like, because I'm about what chapter 2 something in Z right now.
Oh, okay.
Do your stuff when you're 2.
Z. So far, Z has definitely not been as good as Dragon Ball.
Oh, Christ.
Now you know how I feel.
And
when you talk
I'm pretty
about
sure
wrestling.
that's the opposite of what people say, right? Because I don't think it's been as good. I think it's great, just not as good as Dragon Ball.
The hell is with this cover?
And
Ooh,
like
it's all
Cell, the Android stuff was good. Cell was good, but not as good as stuff in Dragon Ball.
it's like Canson paper.
And then Goku keeps getting hurt or dying, and then he's just out for a while.
And then you just see him in the clouds, just
Yeah,
I've got to do something.
yeah. Well, it's just funny because they have to do it, or he'll just dominate people.
Did y'all see this comment? I love man cave videos. This sits down into frame with almost a bored face on. Here's Jack Kirby's remains. I picked up off the guy who had it in a barn in Vermont. Golly. Let's have a no rookie card, Codex Era cards, and so on. Super Mario. Morning, all. Good morning, Brian. How are you today? Have fun, buddy.
Oh, Daddy, bye.
Bye bye.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
Ryan, new guy. I didn't know that it's really just almost a nostalgia thing. That's how they were introduced through Z. Because I was expecting Z to be better, and I still think it's like top tier, but not like Dragon Ball was like an 11 out of 10, and this is like a 9 out of 10.
Dragon Ball Z is not nearly as good, but a lot of people were introduced through Z. So that was their first experience, and for whatever reason, they think it's better. It's objectively not. Well, I don't read any of it, but I trust Ryan. So I'm going with that. I'm going to start repeating that like I know what I'm talking about.
That's
gonna be
exactly what I was saying too. It's just I want to know if Super good, Mad Spidey.
I haven't watched Super much. I've only seen bits and pieces. I've seen all of the original series, all of Z and all of GT, but I haven't watched Kai or Super. I'm so far.
Kai is just like a smaller version, and GT is made up.
Kai is the true telling, so it's based on, like, they seem to do that a lot with anime where they will rehash it. Like same thing with they did it for Full Metal Alchemist, they did it with Hellsing, they did it with quite a few. They actually redo it towards the manga instead of actually, because a lot of the animes are actually not true to the actual books themselves.
Well, I'm not watching that anyway. I'm just going to read Super. What's up, Tape?
Good morning.
I want to say I've read like 150 chapters this week.
It's like 2 pages a chapter.
No, it's like 13. So it's basically like half of a comic. So about 75 issues. I've read so much this week.
If you, where is it? If you see the orange ones in the corner, that is
Spidey, what's behind the curtains?
Outside. And it's nighttime, so you wouldn't be able to see it anyway.
What's the orange one in the corner?
That's all Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Oh. I thought you called it Dragon Ball Z.
We usually do. Oh, we usually say Z instead of Z, but when you talk about Dragon Ball, for some reason, everybody still just calls it Z.
Still talking about Dragon Ball?
Let's get back to She-Hulk.
So how many Pokemon have you caught? Yeah.
Love you, bud. Oh, you coming for the real thing? Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Rob approves.
What is Rob doing?
Yeah.
Go and have a Tim Tam.
I'm watching porn. Yeah. The worst porn ever.
We flip around and look at Rob's screen and it's somebody doing a CGC unboxing.
I said the worst porn. I said the worst porn ever. They're doing an EGS unboxing.
Have they got their new slabs?
So the new slabs, according to what they announced last week, the new slabs are in, and that they were going to start doing those for the people who had requested them. People who hadn't, they were or wanted the old ones. They were finishing up their inventory and expected by the sometime in the middle of this week that they should be out of inventory of the old slabs, and everything will now just be done in the new slabs. So I talked to Rogue Trader yesterday, and he's got a couple books that I had sent him to go to EGS that he'd been holding on to because he had some he was sending as well for their new slabs, and he's shipping them out today. So
I have a feeling they're just going to be PGX slabs. Like I'm sure you watched the video where you saw the video that they did like months ago at this point when they first
the prototypes
like slabs. Yeah.
Well, from a distance, the PGX slabs look like CBS and CBCS and CGC slabs, but until you get up close to them, you don't know what kind of quality they are, how the fit is, and everything else. So we'll see. Like I said, I got books that are on it there, so that way when they come out, I can do a review on them, update my EGS review, and I also, but based on Tony's, I don't know, everybody I know that's talked to Tony about them seems to be excited.
Well, I'm excited, but I don't plan on like switching over to EGS. It's just exciting to have another thing to talk about, another thing to see. It's something new to play with. Doesn't mean it's going to be my favorite toy.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I know that I know I've talked to some people who are like really excited about this whole thing. But this is going to kick them off. And I'm like, well, we'll see.
A lot of people are jaded by the other companies.
Yeah, well, I am, but I'm still using them, right? Because whatever. Anyway, so but from their video, then I also heard them mention they're talking about their slab shippers that how they're going to be shipping these things out.
But Tony had arrived,
and so I went and I looked it up, and I found this company that he's talking about, slab shipper, that makes these inserts that go inside the USPS boxes that then holds basically you just put bottom side and you can slide the slabs in.
Oh,
and it just basically you can ship 3 slabs and they're suspended and separated and everything else. And so I ordered a bunch of those that I'm going to use for C3 and then do a review on them.
I'm not going to make you do it, Rob, but I'll ask because it's still good. Do you have the stuff for C3 near you or a couple things to show? Or do you not want to show it right now?
It's in the garage.
Okay, because I don't want to make you scramble or anything, but it'd be great to promote it or even show it. So
there's a stack of slabs like yay that's in my garage that are for me and out of my PC that I've been pulling through, and there's a bunch of books. I mean, I gave you some of so there's a couple ASM 365s, first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 in
the real first appearance or the
it's the in preview.
Yeah, I just wanted to cause some.
Yeah. So and then there's some Neil Adams Civil War books series that are signed by Neil Adams. There's
cool.
a Neil Adams signed facsimile of the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. There's
he's not doing signings anymore either.
No, he kind of quit doing signings. So you can't.
So those will be good ones.
Yeah. The
and the fact that he's dead.
That's why I said he's not doing signings.
Yeah, I mean, tell us we're wrong. Yeah. There's a complete run of Strange Academy, 1 through 18.
Oh, nice.
There's a be like the first 10 issues of the first volume of Wolverine. Is being donated by Brother John.
It's pretty awesome. Oh, for the record, me and Tyler and Spidey, we reached out to and talked to Randy. I know I mentioned it yesterday. I need to talk to Legal Burning. We spoke with him. He is absolutely down. So here throughout the day, I'll get some details and stuff and see where Tyler actually spoke for him accurately.
Awesome. He's one that I definitely would have. I'm glad that somebody reached out to. I don't know if anybody's reached out. I thought that would be kind of interesting even to reach out to like Jerry and see if Jerry'd be interested in donating one of his special jobs.
Oh, that'd be super cool.
Or not, but since he doesn't normally do it for money anyways. But
I mean, we got to think last year we had all kinds of stuff. I mean, Pocan Joe made a ring. Like we had
Pocan
comics.
He'll be metal forging again this year.
Yeah, Pocan will be on doing that. There's several community. There's some community artists that are coming on. They'll be just hanging out. Like Roscoe's going to be popping in and out all over the place and doing some drawings and stuff. And Austin, even though he's doing something for DJ, has a lot of artists and stuff that are coming on Friday night.
Yeah,
and doing stuff with him. But some of them have said that they'll come back on. I also have I got to follow up with the artist. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But last week I was on Team Ohana, and they announced their exclusive that's coming out. And they had the artist who did the cover, and has also done some of the work in the Massiverse stuff. And he's agreed to donate a sketch cover of the new character Radiant Pink that's coming out.
Oh, the Massiverse, I got you.
Yeah, man. What did I say?
You'll have to reach out to Rob John, with all. I don't know what that means either. 120 Predator.
He has
1.
literally 120 copies of Marvel
that
Predator
I was
1.
like, what is
Wow.
120 Predator? Is that like a different series I've never
Hey,
heard of?
You have to read it. Yeah, I have
120.
Predator number 1.
Yeah,
It's one of those
copies
things that I
of.
get it. It's like it's one of those
That's
things in
crazy.
his defense. It's like listening to Lee says he has 3 million copies of Berserker
One.
number 1. It just doesn't compute initially until you see it. But
Yeah, we
absolutely
still
agree.
have, I think, a few long boxes left of that.
Ryan, you've got the link in the chat. If you want to come in here and debate Rob on massive talk.
I'm not here to discuss. I'm just. What did I say?
I'm like, what did I get myself into? No, that goes.
I mean, I understand. I understand the whole
thing.
thing about whether I'm not making any judgment whether it's good, bad, or anything else. I'm just saying the artist is from that, has done some stuff in that realm.
No, a long time ago when the whole massive universe kicked off, it kicked off with Radiant Black. And
I know that. I have like the first 7 issues.
I'm just giving everybody context to what Brian's talking about. And that universe was a crap show for some people. Some people love it, but there's a lot, like, I guess for myself, because like I'm like invested into Power Rangers like my whole life. It seemed like a cheap knockoff and a cry for help from the writer, like the real world cry for help.
Yeah, you see, I wasn't into any of that. I didn't know any of that. I came into it just completely blind.
Yeah,
and I picked it up. I said, "Oh, this character looks cool, a little bit. Let me see what this is about." And I was like, just about to completely drop it because the first couple of episodes, I was like, "Oh, this is a really slow burn here. We're 30 episodes in, and I don't know really much going on." And then all of a sudden, they did the whole thing where they had fourth episode. I was like, "All right, that was a twist I wasn't expecting."
Yeah, it was awesome.
Right, and then so I'm all, okay, let's go. But then it just, again, I was reading it, and then it started petering back out again, and then they started injecting in all the other stuff, and realizing that, oh, wait a second, this isn't going to be just a book that I can read. You're trying to get me to now have to read 7 different books. I'm pulling my chute and I'm bailing out now before.
So I did that same thing, Rob. I thought the first 3 issues were kind of lackluster at best, and I thought that first one was really rough, even for a number 1. But when they did that issue 4 and kind of did their little twist, I'm like, that's actually dope. The story starts now, and then the very next issue they pull back from what they committed to. Like, okay, so we're not X-naying this character we thought we were following. We're not shifting gears. Now you brought in a Hulkbuster Iron Man suit. Like, this whole book is just a rip-off of other stuff. It's too on the nose. Just, I don't know. It wasn't for me.
The biggest thing for me was like when they started, once they revealed their plan by dropping like all these different books that I was going to have to now like read. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to get into this. I already have Star Wars that does that to me. I don't need another property that's making me buy 7, 8 books a month.
That didn't run me off from the Geiger universe. I absolutely love, because that's another Image universe that's being built out. And that Geiger series was super fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It was subtle but like really dynamic. And that Junkyard Joe, Rob said, "Hey, you tell him good morning."
Hi.
Hey. Hey. Rob's in the house. Rob's in the house. Rob's in the house. Rob's in the house. Rob.
Robbie just clipped that.
I hope so. Did you read Junkyard Joe number 1? That was a dang good comic right there. That was just solid all the way around. It works as a one shot if someone is just curious and just wants to pick it up and be done, but it's also the start of his series. It takes place in Vietnam, but where it ends, like you know that next issue starts the Junkyard Joe story in modern day. So if you just want to get his backstory and kind of what he's about, it's great. I really enjoyed it a lot. And they have this whole cool concept about the unnamed heroes of an unknown war that we're kind of working toward, because Junkyard Joe up until now is you've got everything in the past and coming to the present. Geiger takes place in the future after the events of the unknown war. So like there's this whole mysterious fallout of humanity that takes place, and there's been these unnamed heroes throughout time and all over the place that have operated before, during, and after that war. They're kind of filling out. So it's a really great concept, and it's a Mad Ghost is putting it out. So it's Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. So the quality of the writing and the art is top shelf.
Good morning, Beckerman. Evil's Comics, listening while you're working. Ignacio, hello. A lot of people running around, tuning in. Welcome. Was Kenneth Malice? Were you asking about my books on the wall?
They're all reprints.
Not a single reprint up there.
How we got those two? They're what? Yeah, he might just be wanting to know what hardware you use, Rob.
Yeah, which is my grandma's. Okay, so there's a product called Collector's Mount, and well, they can be used as a stand like this, or you can undo the screw, turn one around, and it basically becomes a C clamp, and it adjusts. So you can put LP records, you can put comic books, whatever you want. And then I just use, instead of putting a screw in my wall, I just use command strips and stick them on the wall. Then you can take them out, change them out, whatever you want.
Tyler, what do you use to hang your slabs on the wall?
The same thing. You can
And where do y'all get those from?
Amazon.
Yep.
Or you can go to the company themselves, but Amazon's cheaper because you don't pay for shipping if you're a Prime member. Whereas buy it from the company yourself.
How much?
It depends upon how many you buy because they come in different packs. So you can buy them like in a 6-pack is like the cheapest per unit, and in which case I think they're like, I think it's like $30 for 6 of them.
It's about $5.
I think I haven't bought them in like a year and a half, so I don't even know.
I haven't bought any in a while because I had them, and then I was on that subscription box from BAM.
Yeah,
for a while.
Sent you one.
They sent me one every month along with the comic, and so that's why I have like extras that are just sitting up here. But I want to say that they're like $33 for 6 of them or something like that. It's a bit pricey. I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, you could go make something yourself. You could, I suppose, for less. Obviously, it's just some plastic. But I might be wrong on the price too. Maybe it's $24 for 6. I don't remember.
Mike said they sell 3 for $12 at comic shops.
There you go. So I'm probably way wrong.
About $4 each, $3 each, maybe if you get it for a deal. It's really not too bad because you got to think, how many are you about to hang up? Rob obviously hangs up a ton, but most people aren't crazy and would only hang up maybe 5. And so once you buy 5 of them, like you're probably not going to buy 5 more every couple months, like that's about it. Like I'm done. That's all I'm hanging up.
Let's see. Collector's mounts. 5 of them are $29.99. 4 are $23. 3 are $20.99. So there you go. So 5 at $30 is like $6 a pops.
Yeah.
For that particular brand.
I need 300 plus. You're gonna hang up 300? Yeah, that would be pricey. There's no doubt about that.
In that case, yeah, you might go with just C channel. I mean, I got over 800 slabs, and I'm not putting them all on the wall. So, especially not like this, because doing this individually, that many of them, trying to make sure that they're like aligned and stuff. These are nice in that they have some play in them, so you don't have to get them 100% perfectly aligned. You have some ability to move the book around, but
unless
if I'm doing that many, if I'm going to do that many, I'd just be putting C channel up.
Oh, there you go. Biggie just dropped his hot take.
The Kevin bot was funny. Yeah, I agree.
Especially the way it had a brim.
I thought it was pretty. Honestly, that part was pretty funny for me. Except I
thought
just
it was
didn't
all
laugh.
hours.
Yeah, it was humorous, but it wasn't funny.
Yeah, I didn't laugh or chuckle or smile or
I've got
think it
two.
was funny, but it was funny.
Yeah,
1 and 2.
1 and 2. That's right. How many fingers is that?
that's
Please
just like
let's
going
talk
out
more about Brooks' new
1
fashion
or
decor.
2, 1 or 2, or about the same.
We're counting little fingers.
3 or 4, 4 or 3. Welcome to your
Now
optometry
wants to
exam.
talk about Steven Sleeves.
He had no sleeves last night.
Well, we're not talking about Burke. We're talking about Steven Sleeves.
Oh,
That's his new name, Steven Sleeves. I have plans on expanding on Suck It Up Old Man, introducing the vac character, but I don't understand the hubris of pointing out the
introducing a
saying,
shop
this is a
vac
universe. Get ready. Aggressively relaxing. Can you make your next comic the She-Hulk finale, but with vacuums? Just like down to everything that happens exactly the same. Oh yeah, he sent it to me. It's great. It's a great comic if you've read it too.
Dude, I had no clue what I was getting into. Suck it up, old man. And I'm like, oh no, a Roomba.
Fantastic.
I had a Roomba.
I love it when you talk about me. That's what Burke just said.
Scuba Steve sleeves.
We know you do, Steve. We know you do, Steven Sleeves.
My Roomba's name is Crichton.
Crichton?
I'm not asking.
Mad Spidey knows.
Possibly.
It's exactly what you think it's a reference to. He just doesn't have a groinal attachment, though.
Oh, God.
Well, it's just like I'm waiting for the day I can rename my my Google interface, and I can name it Holly.
That's weird that they haven't done that like early on where you can give it your own customized command to activate it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a sort of hacky way to do it, but it's still it's not free reign. It's very limited, right? So they created their whole thing utilizing obviously their branding, and I can respect branding. But they did. But they do that from they have their 2 syllables. They get less errors than a single syllable name when you try to do your activations, apparently. But so you can, when you're training, when you get your device, when you're training it to your voice, you can you can name it things that sound similar to Google if you want, and that's how you train it to your voice, and then you can use that as your activation. But it's pretty
what the
weak.
hell sounds similar to Google? Like just frugal?
Well, it doesn't have to be like you would just say, hey boo boo. It's just two
Hey,
syllables.
boo-boo.
Yeah, so you can do stupid stuff like that, but it's not
wow,
great.
that's amazing.
Again, I said it's not great.
I'm sure somebody does that and is impressed with themselves every time they do it.
It's just like having a stack of Pokemon slabs. Nobody's really impressed.
Oh, is that what?
But
do
somebody
we want
out
to show them off right now?
But somebody
Yeah,
there is proud of themselves.
Is that what you're asking? You want to see some?
No, I just got that saying.
You
Nobody
gave him the
cares.
opening, Rob. It's your own fault.
It's not my channel.
Pokemon show. Let's do it.
Yeah, I watch for the music as well, Biggie.
You gonna do it's that could be a new whack hack segment. You guys gonna do like cut out Pokemon cards onto popsicle sticks and do Pokemon puppet theater?
Oh, dude, how have they not thought of that sooner?
It's a great idea. We'll have to get you in on it, Rob.
Next
Sure.
Whack Live. Rob
If it includes cutting up Pokemon cards and stuff, I'm down with it. Have you put your puzzle together yet?
No, I haven't though.
So you're a bit slack.
Yeah, I'm having slack. There it is.
Nice. I can't wait for
Maybe
you.
I can do that for C3.
Just
Is that what everyone
camera-
wants?
a camera watching you put your puzzle together again with scotch tape.
It's like an hour of me just putting the puzzle together.
It probably would have been better if I had mixed up the pieces better.
I don't know. I think it'd still be pretty hard.
Here's my kitty.
Oh, got the kitty.
Kitty attack.
You show Rob your kitty?
I don't know if you know this, but there's a kitty cat on your face.
Oh, turn over.
It turned over. She said it turned over and giggled.
Yeah.
I love when she cracks herself up.
John, you are just in time. I'm glad you asked.
See you again.
Rob brought it up, and here we are.
You've only got yourselves to blame.
I wish it worked that way around the house. Say, hey, honey, sex. Oh, you brought it up, so let's go. All right.
Good morning, Ashton. How are you today? What else has happened this week?
Oh,
Dude, there was a ton of great comics. Did anyone else read Do a Power Bomb?
No, I haven't read one comic this week.
This was a huge week for comics. Even Pocan accidentally read new comics. He accidentally read Star Hinge #4.
I have books to read, but I've kind of been preoccupied with any free time I have. Work's been busy, and then anytime I have, trying to keep up and answering people's questions about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then yesterday, some bastard actually had the audacity to buy something off one of the 3 books I had listed on eBay, and I had to go pack it up. And then when I went to go pack it up, it wasn't where I thought it was.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, what the hell? Did I give this book away or something? Did I do something like that? I'm like, oh, I was trying to rack my brain remembering. I'm like, I don't remember giving this book away. It was, and then finally I said, well, let me go pull up my app and see if maybe I put it away. And sure enough, I found it listed. It was in one of my slab boxes according to the app. I pulled out that slab box and there it was. I was like, okay, good. Thank God. I thought I was gonna have to send that horrible email to a customer and say like, I'm really sorry that we agreed to a price that I negotiated with you back and forth. I don't have the goods. That would have sucked. But anyways,
We digress.
indeed, it's killing me that I have these boxes from CBCS here, but I'm not touching them. I'm waiting. There's so I've been getting CBCS boxes from the last shipments that arrived like basically November and December have seemed to have been breaking free, and it seems like now that they've moved, all of a sudden there's some progress going. As a matter of fact, one of the CBCS, he identified himself as somebody, or let me rephrase this: somebody who identified themselves as, I can't remember their name, but just as a senior grader or lead grader or something at CBCS, and whenever commented on one of my CBCS YouTube videos saying that they're putting effort into a lot of effort into getting caught up, especially and putting a focus on the vintage books to try to cut down the vintage categories lead time. But anyways, stuff's breaking free finally. Reached out to a couple of facilitators, therefore, that I've been waiting for long times on books. One of them was a book that's been out for like 18 months. It was sent to Common Coley for a remark and signature, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I just got those books. We just got the books because we ran into the artist was
Hey DJ.
just brought them all with him to New York Comic Con, and rather than send them, he didn't want to send the books back to the U.S. So he just waited till he came. All right, whatever.
Yeah, I had a few reps reach out to me saying there was some unclaimed pieces, commissions and stuff from New York Comic Con, and they're like, and I'm like seriously, always got the worst timing every single time. As soon as something Spidey comes up, they're like, "Oh, I'll give you first dibs. I won't show anybody else." And I was like, "I'd love to, but I just can't afford it."
Dude, there's been so much attempt at drama coming out of New York Comic Con.
You should have told them, Spidey. You know what? I know you can donate one of those to C3, and
I actually, to be perfectly honest, I wish I had a thought of it earlier. That I could probably reach out to a few artists myself and get stuff. I think I might try and remind me if you can remember 360 days later. To maybe I'll try and do it next year.
It's adorable. You think I'm going to go through this again next year? I'm just, I don't know. Next year, Austin and I were talking about next year the other night. I had an idea, but it's too late to implement it for this year. We were talking about, obviously, we put effort into starting to get some of the donations earlier. Is having a website where we can have them up, and you could for the auction items, you could potentially start them as a silent auction on the website ahead of time, and then on the show, then bring it on and go from there.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was during Remy's place.
Yeah,
that was probably a good idea. People can like an auction house when they have like preview nights and stuff like that. You can actually, some people can go, "Oh, yeah, I really want to go for that. I'll wait for that to come up," instead of maybe saving their money for that particular item and going hard on it or whichever.
Mm-hmm. Well, and plus people can see everything and. Yep.
Yes, unfortunately, as I said to these boys, I will not be around for the auction because I'll be at work.
Yeah.
Because it'll be on my Monday, unfortunately.
Well, we understand that.
I don't.
It's all right.
I told Spidey this before we went live. I'm working 2 weekends in a row to be off for the C3 weekend.
I'm taking Friday off. Well, but
when is the auction? Is it going to? I know you said it's not going to be 24 hours, but it's got to be like 12 hours.
Yeah, the auction starts at 4. Well, at least if we're not done by 4, we'll keep going. But it starts at noon.
A chance in fucking hell that will be over at 4.
Why do you have more stuff to put on the auction list?
No way.
But elaborate,
because people are going to be wanting to come on there, and it's
just going to take
so long.
But all I know is that I have only so many things right now. But
we'll keep in mind a couple of things too, Tyler. This event is spread out for days, so there's stuff spread out for days. So the amount of stuff
I know, but there's just no way.
And also, there's Rob who will be facilitating the auction, which it'll be run. Well, it does.
I hope it goes.
It'll be smoother, but not. Yeah, you want 4 hours smooth.
You want it to go as long as it has to get through the stuff, but you also don't want it just sitting there lagging. The goal is to keep it moving.
I'd be happy, Tyler, if we end up with enough surprise items that the auction goes on into the night. But right now, as it stands, unless I go dig. Sacrificing even more stuff out of my PC, the list of what I have, I am 80% of the auction.
About your stuff, yeah,
and
I don't see it.
It's not good, and I don't have. So hey, we're gonna start it at noon Eastern, and we'll go until we're out of stuff.
Yeah. I would expect it to go for like a long time. I'm just expecting it to happen.
Because a good piece of what we're doing also is going to be the whole stuff leading up to it. Is the Friday Saturday is the straight donations that give you that any donation of $25 or more that puts you up on the wheel for thank you prices. We have a bunch of stuff. There are a bunch of everything from raw books, art, and slabs and stuff that are going up on the and pressings, pressing packs and stuff like that are going up on the thank you prize wheel.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just put together. I thought what I think is actually two really cool boxes for the thank you prize wheel. That I mean, they're facsimile packs, but it's you get Action Comics 1, Superman 1. You get Detective Comics 27. You get or Amazing Fantasy 15. Which is an expensive facsimile right now, actually. And Spider-Man 1 and the annual 1 and Iron Man 1 and Giant Size X-Men 1.
Those
All
are keys.
Yeah, those are all, and some of those facsimiles are
Half
not.
of them had to come off this wall to make it happen.
So those are, but that's like just one kind of like a little cool little pack, and there's some mystery boxes from DJ. There's some slabs. We had some original art pages that are going to be in the auction. There's going to be some animation cells that are going to be in the auction. I got a bunch of signed prints that are going to be on the prize wheel. There's a lot of different stuff. Yes, Drac. Sunday at noon Eastern is the auction will start. The rest of the show will be someone will be telling me what time and show up for my Neil Adams art on C3. Yeah, so the only Neil Adams stuff that I have right now are signed books. Don't have any.
And the thing coming from Becca.
I think he's donating. He's donating.
Oh yeah. Yes.
The Havoc head sketch, which I'd actually like to win, but yeah. I do not have a Neil Adams original.
Save up your dollar dues.
Yeah. So Mike, just ping me like on Sunday. What's a good time for you during that time to come on and do it? Because because the people that are bringing things on to show live, I'm trying to get an idea of when they're interested so I can schedule them and stuff. So
yeah, I just have a feeling because I know how organized Rob is, but no one else is as organized as Rob. Yes, it is because people are going to message you on Sunday at 11:55.
Well, the problem is that the problem with this whole thing is right now I'm like super stressed with this whole thing, right? Because not only is there a certain level of expectation based on how well they did last year. I mean, last year they did phenomenally, right? They went into it with a goal of 2,000 and they ended up with 8,000.
We, as a community, you don't have to say they.
Well, I say they because I wasn't a part of it as the planning part of it. I wasn't involved. I donated, but I wasn't. So I don't want people to think like this is like my thing, right? Chris Cardboard Crazies,
Yeah, but I still feel like it was a whole. Everyone was involved.
Right. C3 last year, did a phenomenal job, and so that there's a certain level of pressure to at least do what. And I certainly would hope that we could do what we did last year. It would suck if I didn't. But just because I have certain levels of OCD and as a planner on certain things, I don't do well necessarily with ambiguity and stuff. And I have a lot of people who still said like, "Oh yeah, I'll donate something," and I go, "Okay, well, what are you gonna donate?" I'll get something.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen, man. People are gonna
and that shit literally. If I had hair, I would pull it out. And I'm so grateful for everyone. Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful for everyone who said that they're gonna donate something, do something. But and then it just happens to be that I'm behind where I want to be and everything else. So I'm feeling really stressed on it all. But I'll smoke a bowl later and I'll be fine.
I can tell you right now, it's all gonna come together, as Mark says, like butt cheeks, and it's gonna work out as good or better than you even expect. Even though I guarantee it.
DJ's been phenomenal behind the scenes. I've been talking to him. He was talking me down the other day. And then, know Mark will be there. He's taking time off. He's gonna be with me side by side, and
Yeah, and I'm
for a
also
lot of
want
it,
to
so.
apologize because I'm that unorganized guy. I've talked to local shops and I go back Tuesday on because you remember I'm operating on minimal off days here, so
Right.
they're down. But I know like having the physical item to clock in and log in and be able to show people and all that. I don't have that, but I'm going Tuesday back to them to pick up stuff as well as I'm going to be going through my stuff here to figure out what I'm bringing, and hopefully by the beginning of this week I'll have that kind of stuff to.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's
that
what I'm
during the
working on
auction
right
there'll be
now,
a certain
too.
amount of just
I'm trying not
laissez-faire
to
thing. That's fine.
blindside stuff. It works better to be able to preview it.
At this point, one of my biggest issues is really just making sure that there's gonna be enough items, and I think we are. Because like you said, I'm sure there'll be a lot of stuff that just shows up. People just get in the habit; they start showing up. And going, I want to do this, right? And that's fine. But trying to make sure that the people that have committed certain things, the one thing I got to try to find time to circle back on is, or try, maybe I'll ask if somebody can help out with it. But there's a list of certain people who've said that they're going to donate things, and but they're not sending them in ahead of time, or they're not going to be able to be on. Is following up with them to make sure that we get either pictures of the item, high quality pictures of the item, or better yet, I'd like to get like short 40 to 60-second video or something of them actually present, hey everybody, thanks for doing it. I'm give them a chance to say hi themselves and introduce themselves in their channel, and then and talk about the item and show it off and go from there. So don't start anything at $1. What price we start?
That's it. Drax's comment from earlier that we missed when we work our way down. He said, "Who's
okay.
streaming on Saturday? Anybody know?" I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have mocked up the schedule, but it hasn't been published yet because I haven't heard. Yeah, I still haven't heard from like confirmation from Whack Comics.
We didn't message you. We already have it, the whole thing.
Lay said he bloody.
We literally have the whole thing scheduled.
Okay.
Come on, Lee.
So I'll take that as confirmation. Well, look, I knew we had discussed it, and I thought Lee had already messaged. I was at an 80%. Was basically where I was at with it. Was like, oh yeah, this is probably what we're gonna do. Is what I had. I think it was the last message I saw was something about had the word probably in it. But and on Friday is the big gap, right, in the afternoon. But I know I'm off all day, so I know I'm going to stuff. It's just a matter of really on Friday, whether or not it's this channel going long, super long, or whether or not it shifts over to my channel midway today on Friday. But the ultimate schedule will be put out. We'll start putting it out on Instagram on Monday. Is my hope, and I'm hoping this weekend to start to get with everybody who's hosting shows and have them start making scheduling their show on YouTube, so that way we can start to put those URLs out on a link tree type thing, and people can start hitting the notification bells on those shows, so that way they can get the alerts on them, as well as put together a playlist, as well as put them into our descriptions and all that stuff. So it's all coming. I know some people would like to have it already, but the important thing is it kicks off right here on Friday. That's the
1 week
thing.
from today. We will have already watched Black Adam. It's going to just be a great weekend.
Yeah.
Mark's eyes just lit up.
By the time that Sunday arrives, I'll most likely have seen it twice. Because I'm going Thursday to see it spiritually with Rob, and then come Saturday, because Finn
we're going to be video conferencing on Instagram together. I'm going to put the phone next. I actually booked an empty seat next to me, so I can put the phone and then
And in all seriousness, like there's like Pops, Kyle, me, Paul, my LCS owner, all side by side, and then there's a seat that skips then Alan, because Alan's on that you got to skip a seat thing. Like, somehow we're magically going to find ourselves inside each other if we sit next to each other. So that empty seat is where Rob will go.
Oh, Alan.
I love Alan. Love him to death. I groomed his dogs yesterday too.
Damn it, Alan.
He's on vacation right now in Arizona.
Hmm. He's trying to steal our water. Wait, I'm not. Why am I saying R? I'm not in Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm not in the
Do
desert.
you have water?
Don't talk to me about water.
Some, not a lot.
Don't talk about water at the moment.
Weird.
We're going through some extreme weather, and a lot of suburbs around Melbourne are totally flooded. So there's a lot. It's not good days at the moment.
Would you mind bottling it? Would you mind bottling it up and sending it to California?
No, they've actually all the eastern, pretty much the whole eastern suburbs where I am, have all been told to boil water before drinking because apparently one of the
mains got
like
potential contamination.
Yeah, so it's like boil it, drink bottled water and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, yeah,
send it to me, John. I'll fix it for you, whatever you need.
Well, I said, 40, 60 seconds. I don't know, however long. Just don't. I don't need a 10-minute video.
Yeah, I'll cut it up to where it's if you need me to, John. I'll do that. I know next Friday, DJ is going to be having a big auction for C3 as well.
Well, he'll be talking about that tonight. He'll be announcing his lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a sick lineup.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. I'll be happy to get it behind me. I've been asked to do several different projects and things. People reach out to me, and I'd be like, after C3.
Yeah, I know.
Let's talk after C3.
I've not been actively involved like you, but I get incredibly stressed out over these kind of things. I was so stressed out for the Whack Live one. I was so stressed out for last year's, and I was on like 18 of the hours last year.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you sit there and you go like, it's not about me, but it's like I feel like if it doesn't do well, it's all about me.
Yeah.
Don't forget, it's this. I had nothing to do with this. I just want to put that out there right now.
Mark just Rob asked if he could come on my show. That's all.
Dude, Rob voluntold me about this like early on.
You know how I got involved in this? That's how I got involved in this. I got kind of volunteered into it. I mean, it's just like, oh, hey, Rob, because I was doing my partnership with the Rogue Trader on the channel for benefit that would benefit C3. People start asking, hey, what's going on with C3? Oh, I don't know. I'll ask for you guys. Find. Next thing I know, it's like, oh, okay, I'm organizing and doing all this. It's like, okay.
If you'd never organized that night at C2E2, then this never would have happened.
In all seriousness, I found out when everyone else found out. We're going to be doing it on numerous channels. We'll start right here on a Friday morning. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
See that one I did just kind of different. I just Mark's in for a pound.
I'm down. I'm always down.
So the C2E2 thing, Mad Spidey, that worked out great because it was mostly laziness. So I planned it a portion, at least all the food stuff, out of more of a desire to dictate where I was going. Oh, my hotel's here. Great, we're going to do it in the restaurant that's next to my hotel. So I don't have to go walking around and stuff all over the goddamn place. It just happened to work out really well.
John, just send me the video of you doing it, and I'll cut your audio out, and I'll just talk over you.
That sounded a bit...
and then I'll just stop the video.
That's
and it'll
perfect,
just be me talking with you showing the stuff talking, but nothing's coming out.
It's kind of the same way how I became a soccer coach to my kids was like, nobody else was doing it, and I didn't want to drive across town. And if I wanted to have my kids go to do local soccer, then I had to actually be a coach. And I was like, which do I hate more, the concept of being a soccer coach or driving across town? But there's somebody we can all agree on Remy Q, baby.
And Biggie.
Oh, and Biggie
yeah.
Jack.
Hey,
Damn,
man. We come together.
I stayed up late. Actually, you guys, I stayed up late last night watching Remy Q. I was watching the replay of the of your Thursday show,
You can't really
and
Thank you, sir.
at some point I fell asleep during it, and woke up. And Remy, you got a lot of watch hours from me because it just kept feeding on your channel, looping and stuff, playing other
Yes,
things
thank you.
on your
I
channel.
appreciate it.
So,
I noticed a spike this morning, and I was like, I had no idea. It said California. I should have known it was Rob
this
Patterson.
guy, that's right. I thought there was a note with that book I sent you, though. There wasn't. Was there a note that explained that wasn't the same book that I opened on the?
Oh
show?
no, I didn't see it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe I forgot to include it, but I actually, it was like shortly after I had opened up that book, and you said, I said, "Oh, I'll just send it to you," and you said, "No, don't do that, don't do that." And I was like, "All right, I won't do that." And then I happened to, like, a couple days later, stumble across another copy, and I was like,
wow. Okay.
"Well, I'm picking this up because now I know Remy and I can both have one, and we can be like brothers."
I'm telling you, it was just so crazy. Like I said last night, for whatever reason, when you showed that, it just clicked, and I was like, "Oh, I remember that." It's like when you hear a song from a show that you forgot about, and then you're like, "I remember that." That's exactly what it was.
It brings back this
like,
little bit of joy.
I gotta get that. Yeah, I was like, so crazy. So no, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I like to bring joy into people's lives, and another man who brings joy into people's lives, Mr. Biggie Shack, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good. How are you doing, sir?
Now that I'm about half a pot into my halfway through my pot of coffee, I'm starting to feel awake now.
I'm skimming through the newest Spider-Man, and it looks like fucking poop.
I need to pretend log in at work.
I don't know who this Hobgoblin is. He does look pretty weird.
That cover art looked pretty bad. I haven't opened up the covers yet, but
Little strange. I heard Red Goblin's coming back, and I'm pretty excited for that. So the next issue looks cool, so I'm gonna keep buying the bullshit. But this issue was fucking bad.
It's Amazing Spider-Man. I keep buying it.
I'll tell you
This,
what
like,
hasn't
Mark
been bad,
was
though. This shit has been money every issue, dude. This fucking Panther shit, bro. This is the first Buffalo Soldier right here. There's a Buffalo Soldier. You know that song?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I like comics, because you can say silly
Sounds just
shit
like
that.
that.
He's a buff. How does the song go? I forget.
That's just like that.
God damn, this shit is hard, bro. Does Ross do the insides? God damn.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
It's fucking great. So good. There was somebody who was talking about shooting a sheriff. And I thought it'd be funny if they said, but I did not shoot the deputy, but without context, it's not that funny. So did y'all see that
is the whole context of that.
Did you see that fishing tournament where the fucking jet? Oh my fucking god, bro! When the dude goes, he goes, "There's weights in the fish," or some shit like that, and all the fucking people around him were like, "Motherfucker, I'll fucking kill you!"
The dude who like pulled the weights out, like raised both arms in the air, like he
he was like, "Fuck yeah,
yeah." He was like,
yeah,
"There's weights in the fish." He was like excited that he found them.
It was so fucking amazing, dude.
It was great.
I need to see this now. Apparently, I'm not gonna lie to you. When you said, "Did you guys see that fishing tournament?" I thought this is gonna go south real quick, bro. But
yeah,
apparently I need to see this video.
What fish they were catching?
It would be like us finding like a page missing or something and being like, "A fucking page missing, man!"
It really
Fuck
was.
you.
Yeah, like an AF-15 that was complete. And
Oh,
you're like,
God.
no, I swear there's a page missing, and you found it. And
You
you're
think
like,
we're
"Yeah!"
savages in our hobby, dude? They are fucking savages, bro.
But
Fucking
basically,
cops showed up like that. They're like, "Fuck you,
all
man."
the fish in this tournament were weighing around the same. Like I want to say it was like 11 to 13 pounds, and these people caught them, and they were like 17 or 18 pounds, and so they were speculating that there were weights in the fish, and they cut open the fish, and they had inserted weights, like lead weights, into the fish, so they'd win
Oh,
the
wow.
tournament.
We got weights in the fish, boys.
Holy, they gonna kill you, Lionheart.
Fucking sheriff shows up,
Wrong,
game warden. Fucking, I didn't know you go to prison for some stupid fucking fish tournament. But
I did not hear that part.
well, I don't know if you. Yeah, I mean, he got arrested. The cop got him.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't either. It must poor fucking second and third place too. They let him go. You watch the whole video. They let him do all of the fucking rankings until the fucking end. I'll tell you, man. It's a piece of history right there. It's some good shit.
Oh, there you go. Flash Ray just said that they were fishing for walleye, and the tournament was a $45,000 prize. So they are facing prison time because of the money.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's after like what $500 or something. It goes from misdemeanor to felony, or I don't know, some crazy shit.
There you go.
Wow.
So legal burning weekends aren't great for legal burning, but he can do Friday over here, Rob.
Okay. Perfect.
So I'm talking with him.
Should we really consider? Do we really want Randy on still? Randy did like a whole thing last year, didn't he? He was like live burning for a while, and then yeah, he did a lot. Randy's the best.
Oh, I know who was saying it.
You have it over your left shoulder too, I think, right? The box you won.
I do. Yes.
From Randy.
It's right there.
I know. Yeah, it's like just off screen. Oh, if I make you big, it should be on screen. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I won that from Wax and Legal Burning.
Yep, that's what we're talking about because he's gonna come on next Friday.
So I remembered what I was thinking of earlier. So the guy from No Limit Rap, No Limit Soldiers, he used to rap with Lil Wayne. And I can't remember his name, but he was doing an interview with the Drink Champs, and he kept saying, "I shot the sheriff. I shot the sheriff." Anyways, since I remember, I had to say it. Sorry.
I don't know that story.
Yeah.
I knew the fish one at least.
That's about all I got, man. I've been trying to sell some books.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
You've been
I saw that
selling.
video of you packing up to get ready to ship out. That's a good chunk of change you made.
Yeah, I did. I got about 250, something like that. 280. I'm waiting on a couple guys to pay, but they'll pay. And I'm probably a couple hundred away from getting an FF6. I'm hoping it ain't gonna be attached. It's gonna be detached, but it would be complete.
Where have you been selling?
Almost bought a Green Lantern last night.
The
centerfold was detached, but it was complete. It was the First Guy Gardner, but it was at a good price. I'm like, yeah, no, I can find a cheap copy later. I'm not.
Well, my thing is, dude, is the CGC is bullshit because the grades are so fucked up. Like you get a 1.0 or 0.5 for a detached. Well, how come you could put fucking clear packing tape on the motherfucker and get a blue label, dude?
Because that's not considered
restoration.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll just get the fucking detached and put some fucking shit. I'll put this shit on it, right?
Yeah.
The grade will still reflect that though. It'll still like
It'll say tape on spine, but I've seen fucking blue labels lately with this kind of
yeah,
tape on it.
they're blue.
You'll
They're
get a
blue
blue label.
labels, but the numerical grade will reflect
Yeah.
the tape being present.
Correct.
Like it
It's
heavily,
Such bullshit, bro.
heavily hits
It counts as a defect.
Yeah, heavily hits it. But there's nothing wrong with that in my
Not
mind.
that bad. I mean, it's still
I
fucking
love
blue
low
label.
grade books. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't-
a lot of shit that you can't get blue label though. That's the like one of the things you can. So it's stupid
Because-
to me.
Lady Fantastic, you're the best, by the
Because it was
way.
considered a
Let me say
standard.
that right now. You're the best.
Take 'em
She's
all.
a jewel. She's one of my favorite estrogen filled.
I just happened to see this
comic collectors.
Randy Watson. Sexual chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all know the reference. Kelly Robinson, baby, undefeated. Y'all know what that's from? I'm the champ, baby. Kelly Robinson. Nothing.
No,
I
not at
Spy.
all.
I Spy. Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I Spy. Oh my god.
That was so funny, bro.
That's
I love
a
I Spy.
throwback right there. I didn't know.
Kelly Robinson, baby.
I haven't thought about that movie since like I saw it the one time I saw it.
Where the fuck has Ben Stiller been, dude? I remember Ben Stiller being hilarious. Like he was funny for about 5 years, and then
Last thing he was in.
nothing. He don't do shit. It's like his funny ran out. All these fucking guys, man, pisses me off.
I'm gonna
Or
look.
Night at the Museum or something was probably about one of the last things he did.
I was watching
I gotta jump off, fellas. I'll be in the chat.
that clip from Dodgeball where he's like a inspirational speaker, and shit was funny as fuck.
He's in a few random things, but not like as the star. The last thing he was in as the star was a movie called Brad's Status from 2017.
Huh.
And I don't even know what that is. And then before that, it was the Zoolander thing, Zoolander 2 from 2016. Yeah, he really hasn't been in anything.
Oh shit.
Who is this?
Ben Stiller. It's been a minute.
He
I
does a
can't
lot
remember.
of behind the camera stuff though, right? Because
I
Who's the
just
last-
looking at the actors.
did y'all see The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with him? That was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it was different.
I really liked it.
He's directing Severance right now.
I like Mystery Men. That was like
Mm.
I'm trying to think of the right word for it, but it actually is comic book history. The Mystery Men. It counts as a fucking comic book movie.
Justin, what?
The fucking Mystery Men with Ben Stiller, like that's a real
I don't know
comic,
what that
right?
is.
Am I crazy? Fart Man? No, probably not. I don't fucking know. I can't remember.
Justin said, is he directing more than acting? He's directing Severance right now, and then before that, he directed in 2018 and 2016. And then he also was a part of Walter Mitty in 2013. So no, it seems like he's not doing a lot of anything right now. Like not even future projects are popping up.
I remember the first episode of She-Hulk I watched, dude. I was like, how are they getting this clearance for this fucking music? And it was every episode they'd have like a fucking. I guess Disney owns the rights to music and just can use whatever the fuck they want. They got
You
pay people, don't
license
they?
Yeah, you license music.
I mean, you still got to pay to use the shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they must have spent a couple coins on that shit, I would think.
I mean, most movies you watch have songs in them. You know what I mean? That's very common. You normally have like a score to the movie, but then you'll have like tracks of like think of Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's fantastic music. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just think of a Suicide Squad, like the same thing with that. Like there's some movies that just go heavy into that because they're trying to draw people in with it. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Right.
They bought Guns N' Roses for that movie.
That fucking that Led Zeppelin song. Shout outs to my mom. She's going to Cleveland to go see Led Zeppelin 2 today, dude. She's a big Robert Plant fan. And that was a lot of money to get that. That shit, they
I
paid.
don't
They
think
paid
it's as
some
much
money.
as you might think.
The immigrant song.
The immigrants. No, I think it was a lot because they don't like selling their property at all, really.
Well, they're not selling it; they're licensing it out.
But still, I think it was a little bit.
I love doing it because you hear it in all kinds. You hear music all over the place and stuff. They want people to hear their music. Probably they want to get paid. I wonder how much it does cost to license music out like that.
I know what they said. Hogan got that little clip from Voodoo Child. It was a lot of money, but that was way back in the day. And fucking, he only got like a snippet of it. They just kept repeating it.
I'm sure you've heard of the infamous NBC The Office joke where what's his name? Michael Scott says, "I've got 2 tickets to paradise." He literally like sings that one part, and they kept it in the episode. It cost them $60,000 for him to say that.
Yeah, and I just did like the generic Google answer is like smaller, lesser known independent artists can be even less than $100, while major artists or labels can run thousands of dollars for a song.
Yeah, a lot.
And then I'm sure, like, and at that point, I can only assume that bigger companies probably have some kind of contract with different record labels to get X number of songs. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably just business as usual for stuff like that.
Yeah, it is a whole business. I have a friend of mine who's a VP for Sony Music that's in charge of licensing just for whether it's for video games, movies, TVs, whatever. I mean, there's artists that do music just specifically for that function, and then there's all the regular big popular songs, and those big popular songs that can cost money depending upon what the licensing, depending upon what the item is, even whether the artist wants to be associated with it or whether or not it's something that they want to be, if they're more aligned with, then they may go, okay, I'll give them a standard rate, or I don't really, we'll take their money, but I don't really want to do that, and they may fucking charge more. How big is the band? There's a reason you don't hear a lot of Metallica songs attached to stuff, right? They're all about the money.
Garth Brooks and Metallica probably like, no, you better come correct. Garth Brooks, you can't even listen to on like YouTube and stuff. There's like none of his stuff is legally allowed to be played on anything. Like Garth Brooks doesn't have an official YouTube page or anything. I think it's only on Amazon Music that he has an agreement with.
Yeah, Taylor Swift did that. There's a few artists that do that. They get paid a ton of money to keep their stuff on one platform.
They're
going to be hitting up Mark Legion of Comics here soon.
Man, you're always buying shit, Rob. I see your Instagram, dude. You got a fucking Golden Age, willy nilly, like it's no big deal, man. Look at you.
I got I get stuff and I like parse it out. Most of the exposure, there's some more stuff. I guess because Mad Spidey hooked me up.
Oh yeah. What was that shit, bro? I don't even know what the fuck you be showing some shit, dog.
That Captain Wizard.
He's a fucking Captain Wizard and shit. Like, fuck, man.
Lady, you need to make sure you do a review so I can.
The finale screwed the lore. The finale.
I need to know, Lady Fantastic.
Fairly certain that started at episode 1, which is perfectly fine. Like, do whatever you want, but. Yeah.
I wasn't like fucking pissed off. I liked the part where she was doing the like chick shit and she was whipping her ass in the hallway. It didn't look too fucking horrible. The music, dude, it's just like it's all right. It's cool, man.
Immortal Biggie Shack music reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for it. Just do like a series of videos just critiquing the soundtrack to films.
Then you probably love that Suicide Squad movie. It was.
I haven't got to see it.
It was just the soundtrack.
Was it?
Talking about the first one had a stellar soundtrack.
Yeah, that was literally the only thing about the movie that I thought was good.
And right.
Yeah.
I wasn't
don't
gonna
know.
break it.
Burp.
I was waiting on Biggie to drop the next track.
I don't have much today, man. I've been up for like 4 hours.
They're doing good. Okay, what are they doing now? She's a
Sorry,
troll.
I'm working.
Oh, I got something interesting. Okay, so I've been thinking about hopping on Whatnot because I saw this dude in the chat the other night when I was at the auction. He said that he won a fucking ASM 300 from a Whatnot giveaway. So I feel like I'm being a dumbass and missing out on fucking free ASM 300s and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, they give away stuff on Whatnot.
they give away crazy shit.
24/7, man.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
Rob,
fucking do it, bro.
Randy's going to get some items together as well as do a live burn piece. It'll be on
Awesome.
Friday. So if you want to,
Thank you very much.
if you want to calendar away,
Friday, what?
yeah, I know you got the schedule you're keeping.
Well, Friday's wide open. We'll just come on whenever.
Well, I
haven't
know you
decided.
like keeping track of who's participating, kind of thing, for thank yous and all that. I was just giving you the information. This was me officially passing you the information to put on your folder.
Oh, because verbally I'll remember it. Yeah, no, I'm right now. I'm working in.
I'll send you a screenshot of the
I'm
conversation.
like fucking. I'm like knee deep in a.
He doesn't have it pulled up.
I'm building a calculator, a complex calculator right now on a spreadsheet.
Why don't you buy one?
No, this is for a specific scenario, contract scenario, that's being built out that somebody's asking for to try to model the profitability of the agreement over the term of the contract. Exciting stuff. So my mind's
boring
kind
to
of not.
Me.
Yeah, well,
Prince, yeah.
try
Prince
doing it. Try doing it with you all talking. That's like
Yes, that's true.
We went from Prince with Batman to Seal with Batman Forever.
Oh, Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah, it's a great song, isn't it?
Baby. Although I would want to hear Biggie sing it more than anyone.
Mm.
Is that all you got?
Just
Yeah.
That's the opening to the song.
I'm just agreeing with your idea.
Have Remy clip it, send it to Rob, then he can transcribe it. There we go.
You can take you remain. Nah, that's it. Big can take from there.
Yeah, Alex. You want my Pop-Tart?
Oh.
Papa,
Yeah.
order.
Hold on, guys.
Now I want a Pop-Tart. Don't know why. Prince and Batman over Vanilla Ice and Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I enjoyed the
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
yeah, I enjoyed that, especially as a kid, but man, that Batman 89 soundtrack holds up.
That Batman 89 movie holds up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love it. I watched it just before the Batman came out, and I found a new discovery again of why I loved it in the first place. And then I watched Batman Returns, and I feel like that movie gets worse every time I watch it.
I still like it too. That's
Batman
I know a lot
Returns.
of people like it.
Batman murders in that movie. He's straight murder mode in the opening scene of that movie, like throwing bombs on people and throwing them in the dumpster.
That's fucking Keaton still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that movie.
He blows Bam Bam.
Yeah, a
Bigelow
lot of
up.
people do like it. It is just not for me. I don't love it. And
I tell you, Tim Burton just having like the animated shadow of Batman in the movie is enough for me to be like, oh yeah, that's perfect. So Tim Burton murders the first two Batmans with the shit set design, and it's classy shit.
You get a lot of like European rave music with Blade 2.
Yeah, Blade soundtrack was good.
I'm talking about Blade 2, the Guillermo del
Ah,
Toro
no,
Blade.
I've never seen that one.
You've never seen Blade 2?
Blade 2, no.
Did it have Triple H in it?
No, that's Blade 3.
It had Ryan Reynolds
Wait.
in it.
John's
No,
on the same
Blade
page as
3,
me.
Trinity he played Hannibal
it-
King. Blade 2 had Ron Perlman in it.
And Donnie Yen.
I'll
And
take
Donnie
that,
Yen,
Barry.
the young Donnie Yen, that's right. And I forget the actor's name
Yeah.
who played Nomak, but he also played in like he's like an awesome
This where when
Oh, the
that's,
guy from the Fast and Furious was in it.
Lady Fantastic. That's where When Doves Cry, of course. That's like my favorite part of that movie. And Baz Luhrmann's awesome.
Baz Luhrmann.
I mean, the first Batman's the best, though.
Yeah, Batman 89.
You have to stay in here where it belongs.
Yeah, I don't think there's no chance because really Jack Nicklaus was the best actor in that movie.
Nicholson. Yeah.
Nicholson. What I call him, Nicholas.
Yeah.
Yeah, the golfer.
The gold
Yeah.
pair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Elvis was great, John.
He was
And
good.
so I really enjoyed Elvis a lot. I don't really know where I'd put it on a scale to 10, but then I watched Blonde. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Blonde, and it made me appreciate Elvis even more because Blonde is fucking terrible.
I've seen Atomic Blonde, but I haven't seen
Next level bad. Anna de Armas. It's on Netflix. NC-17 movie on Netflix. If anyone wants to check that out.
NC-17.
Yep.
Wow. Blonde.
Anna
Did
de
you watch-
Armas as Marilyn Monroe.
What'd you think about Dahmer, Tyler?
Really good. Not as funny as I expected, but still a really good show.
Not as funny as I expected.
I don't think it's supposed to be.
You
funny.
thought it was funny at some point.
No.
I was trying to think maybe there was some humor in there I missed, but
No, it was a great show. Really interesting.
What show?
Disgusting. Dahmer.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was definitely creepy. Gives you the. It was very well done.
The heebie-jeebies.
oh no, there was humor in it because it had the chick from Reno 911 as his fucking neighbor.
She was not funny at all. Niecy Nash did
Dude,
a performance. I don't think she was even attempting to be funny.
I still laughed at some of the shit.
You, Vicky.
That's my fucking girl, dog. I was so happy she was the fucking neighbor. Yeah, it's crazy how the parents both realized they fucked up at the end. It's like they kind of felt like they were all right, but then they're like, "Oh yeah, it's my fault." But they heroed him. He turned into like this superhero type shit, and they fanboyed him, and it's just like,
Oh yeah, that comic book at the end of the show. I looked that
Right.
up because I'd never heard of it, obviously, and it's like 150 plus on eBay.
you can't find it, dude. I've never seen it.
I've
But,
never
Yeah.
attempted to find it.
No,
I didn't know it existed.
I probably got
wanted
one
to
in my
see.
shop, but I ain't worried about finding it.
What's going on?
Dumpster.
Show, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Reno 911 is phenomenal. That's like comedy gold. And we're quiet again.
Go,
Get a little
Ninja,
momentum.
Ninja,
in there.
go.
Spidey, what are you doing? What are you working on over there so quietly?
Rebagging, boarding, scanning. I've been a bit slack, so I'm trying to play catch up.
What do you guys do for a living? We just all quit our jobs every Friday so we can be on this.
I'm
Find
actually
new-
working
find
right
new ones
now.
by Monday. Tyler's a mortician.
Mhm.
Spidey's
That's
an
why they call me
Australian.
Morticia.
Yes, he's a mortician. Spidey's Australian. Rob works for a tech company. It's in Romania. Rob's actually in Romania, which is interesting. I run a kennel and Biggie's just a baller.
Biggie's a boss 24/7.
I'm a kangaroo wrangler.
365.
That's all I do is ball.
The
Segs.
There you go. Nice.
Raider Nation prefers Batman Returns over Batman 89. Aggressive says, I'm a pickpocket in a big city for a living. I live in a clock tower like Quasimodo, but I have Aladdin's good books. Rob is a Romanian warlord. Got to know Mr. Big does for a living because he always looks high as a kite.
Who said that? Nosh? God damn it.
Yeah, Big Nosh.
Oh, what's up?
Hello, guys.
Hey, it's
Back in
OG.
the car,
It's OG
yes.
Comic Vet. It's the
OG
official
Chris.
Comic Vet.
Yeah.
This is actually where I found him. I was just working the corner, and he just pulled up on me one day. And this is actually what he sees.
Hey, you want a coffee? And he's like, let's go.
Yeah, we'll work for coffee.
Pull into my van, little boy.
Yeah.
it's good to know that you went Canadian and got some Tim Hortons there, buddy.
Well, it's the only option. they chase Dunkin' Donuts out of town.
Yeah, Dunkin' is my preferred coffee spot down here. We have Starbucks and Dunkin' galore, and I just like Dunkin'. No, you didn't. You definitely did not miss AEW talk. We haven't got around there yet. That's our ace in the hole when it's needed. We pull that out.
No, I think usually that's how the show opens.
Well, Rob wasn't here right when the show opened.
I was 8 minutes late.
Yeah, there's a natural flow to the conversation. So y'all have no clue when it gets quiet like that how close I am just to moving Rob right under me and just firing it up. It takes nothing. It takes nothing to get a wrestling conversation going.
And if I had the controls to Remy's, how about now?
Yeah. Chris taking a break from holding the stop sign for the road work. Just spin it around.
He stuck it in a cone, so it's just a stop. And meanwhile, traffic is just sitting there stopped.
Yeah. He wrote back in 5.
Yeah, that's me. I just hold the lollipop. Stop.
What the fuck are you doing out there, dude?
He's on break.
Yeah, I'm on my lunch break. Yeah.
Early lunch.
No, we start at 5. Well,
oh,
I didn't ask what you're doing in your car. I asked you what you're doing out there, bro.
No, I'm a supervisor at a construction site, so we fab rebar. So yeah, it's just
Oh fuck, you do some serious shit.
yeah, man.
He works for a living.
Yeah.
No. I just want to
Fucking
pop
put
in,
that
say good
rebar
morning to
over there,
everybody.
pussies.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Chris,
I bet Vet fucking calls them all pussies and shit. Hey. You lay that rebar down right, fucking rookie. Get your shit together.
Okay, guys, have a good Friday. I just wanted to say good morning to everybody.
see you, Chris.
Saturday.
Have a good one, man.
All right, Vet.
Marvel Chillers.
Here you go. Lady F, she talks to a guy about Marvel every time she gets coffee, so she gets a good deal.
There you go.
I love it. Finessed.
Oh man, I missed my chance to talk DC versus vampires with Chris. That's one thing that happened this week is the DC Universe app did their update. They now have the Ultra tier where you can read comics 1 month after they release. It also added all kinds of new content, and they're expanding their back catalog as well.
What's the cost of that compared to the other costs?
The regular annual subscription is 75 schmeckles.
Uh-huh.
The Ultra subscription is 100 schmeckles, and that's the annual cost.
Oh,
So for
not too
context,
much more.
I upgraded to Ultra, and it unlocked the entirety of the DC vs. Vampires stuff, which is there's 8 issues, 2 one-shots, and 2 of 6 of this little spin-off series called DC vs. Vampires All Out or something like All Out War, which is a 6-issue miniseries that fills in some gaps. So I read 12 issues the first night I had it that wasn't available previously. So 12 times $4 or $5. You know, I've already covered more than half the annual subscription in one evening. You know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Sheesh. It was a digital.
Yeah, it's the DC Universe comic app that they have. You know. But like the Deceased War of the Undead Gods that's running is on there. DC Mech, Superman Space Age, the new Shazam series, all the Milestone stuff is loaded on there. The Batman vs. Robin series, it's only up to issue 2, is already on there.
So how the fuck did DJ watch that Shazam movie or whatever the fuck it's called?
He watched
Black
that
Adam.
Shazam movie by he scored, like, you know, they do the premieres at different places. The New York premiere was this past Wednesday, where they do that one event where they get the actors and like all the news people there to do the whole press premiere and everything. And he was able to score tickets during New York Comic-Con. So he was able to go to the actual New York City premiere for it. Which
Walk the
that's
red
when
carpet.
the red carpet premiere. That's when they first show it, and that's when they lift the press embargo on it. So the people that were early screeners of it and reviewers that were allowed to screen the movie early, so that their reviews can get out there and be used by the production company. All that's been lifted, so the reviews are out for it. The first round of people saw it. And now I'm just waiting on the next Thursday, man. I'm excited to go see it. It's
So they
got
get this. What?
Hey, Justin.
Hi, everyone.
JB.
And Justin's like, I'm about to letter the shit out of this.
I have to. It's due today.
I assume so. You're probably way behind, and
I'm behind more than I would like.
okay. So you're in your element, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I focus better when
With the pressure on.
when the potential of losing a job is there.
There you go, Rob. Aggressive said, is anyone keeping up with Star Wars The High Republic? Just entered its second phase with a novel and a comic. And the novel was nuts. 75% of it reads like a Romeo and Juliet story, then it goes dark.
Yeah, I don't read the novels. I can barely read comics anymore. So reading a book is just not going to happen.
I'm sorry.
I rely on my son to read those things and tell me anything if I needed to know it. But
I just picture Rob sitting in his recliner, getting ready to go to sleep, and forcing his kid to sit on the couch and read to him.
yes, I sit in my
You
Queen
sit
Anne-
down.
I sit down in my Queen Anne arms chair by the fireplace with my pipe and my glasses, and take a book and begin to peruse. It's a good night. Yes, my
Is that
dear.
the end of the chapter? All right, bring me another bowl of grapes, and then
I think we all got.
My
I
wife
think
and I are side by side, each reading our own book.
I think all of us got enough reading material for one human being. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, no, I don't read the novels mostly because I started reading the Star Wars novels, you know, when they with the Timothy Zahn series and several books after that, but then they just became so prolific with so many books, and I don't read very well. But I did pick up the new volume 2. Of High Republic comic. I know Nick did. I'm sure just because of nothing else. There's like 3 first appearances in the book. So
yeah,
and
I've
it's Star
actually
Wars.
read,
It's like spec.
I've read those first 2 novels. They were pretty decent. I haven't read any of the comics though, honestly.
No, but I'm sure you picked up the new comics.
15 copies.
That's right.
Oh
Spec
my
Man.
lord.
Spec
Nick,
Man.
you're a recent.
Did you get the 1 in 20 or the 1 in 50?
No, that's the only one I missed out.
Ah, I got the 1 in 50.
That's the one to get, I think.
Yeah.
You're a new subscriber to the DC Ultimate thing. You're trying it out, right?
Try it out. Home here now. Try it out. Try it out. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying that. I got to finish reading that Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Fantastic.
So damn good.
I'm reading Human Target right now. I've been reading DC vs. Vampires. The main story's been pretty good. That All Out War, I've tried one issue. For some reason, I don't like the
black and white with
white
red
with
color
yeah,
stuff. It's horrible. Yeah. Super lazy.
I don't know. Big Nosh, what's up?
But between what you just mentioned, you've probably almost hit your annual subscription cost, if not past it.
Oh yeah, I mean, 8 issues, 15 issues, yeah, easily within the first week. Still, no 3 Jokers.
No 3 Jokers. I keep checking, and I did go back and look. So the rollout and the adding of all the additional titles to fill it out, because they're adding like thousands of more books with this upgrade. And they said it won't be complete until they're projecting is mid-November.
Mid-November, yeah.
No 3 Jokers. That's old.
Well, that's the point. Also, that's the point Nick's making. Because one of the things that they said they're going to expand on is their Vertigo line as well as their Black Label line. And their Black Label line's thick, but there is no 3 Jokers on there yet, which is odd. But I think that
did you read it?
Your cash cow for him. Nick has.
I'll show you a cool book I got. Did y'all get any of these motherfuckers right here, boy?
I almost got it.
I did not.
Right there.
So that's a no then.
Yeah, you gotta get them 1-pers. Everybody's shop got one, man. You just gotta ask the motherfuckers. Like, yo, where's that 1-per, fam? I want that retailer.
As long as you're the first person to ask for it.
If you got enough money, you know what I'm saying? You gotta talk them out. I was trying to make sure she didn't look it up. Because I'm a prick. You know, just like, I got it for 20, so I didn't make a bunch of money, but you could get them. If I would have got it the first day she got it, I bet I would have got it cheaper.
Is Fables Vertigo?
Yes.
Is it on there?
Yeah, I think they did have. Give me a second. I'll find out.
Right back. Go get the last of the coffee out of the coffee pot.
I mean, I was an early adopter. I tried them when they first dropped that app. They used to have TV on it too. Whatever was on HBO Max, they had on there. But comics were really
good. Yes, ma'am.
Because I find myself like it's easier for me to read digitally than it is with physical copies these days. So if a whole series is on there, like that's huge incentive to me.
Yep, they've got 154 issues of Fable.
Yeah, hammer through it.
I put in a little one.
Okay, good.
I feel you, bro. Indulge.
And they have a 1-week free trial, so try it out. Try it out.
What if you already have like the regular?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think I'd still get the free week though. But I should just do it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Use a fake email. Use another email.
Wait, people do that?
I don't know. I may. I've just heard that. I haven't done it yet myself or anything.
People that go to prison do that. It's against the law.
Between that and not filing the W-2 I'm going to be getting from eBay this year, I'm pretty much headed to.
How do you get around that? How do you not file?
That's easy.
What the fuck does that
easy.
mean? That's why I don't want to do eBay, because of this bullshit. What are you talking about?
Well, if you make over $600 on eBay, they're going to send you a W-2 income form, which you have to file.
Ooh.
I don't understand how you just not file.
You just don't claim it. Just don't put it in.
So, that's intended for your business stuff. Certain things, even though they're making the government aware of the sales transactions there's certain things that you don't necessarily have to declare it as income especially if it's not income from a where you actually turn a profit, you actually your net losses or whatever else. Some other criteria. I don't want to dig deep into it because I'm not a tax professional. I don't want anyone thinking, well, Rob told me. But there are certain conditions under which you don't have to declare it on your taxes, even though it's been reported. But you have to be prepared that if you don't, you have to be prepared to be able to defend that if you're asked about it or audited, or even if they just send you a notice saying, "Hey, this seems to be omitted" or whatever. You have to be able to.
We're all a bunch of criminals.
I might be one of the few people who's looking forward to receiving that form, just because I am going to write off every single comic and toy that I've bought this year.
Oh, he's doing what real people do with money.
I wish that it would matter because I'm in California and I hit the stupid write-off cap just by my taxes I get charged here in this state.
I do it the most Wild West way you can. I go YouTube, PayPal, friends and family. That's it. That's all I do.
Yeah. Well, I got news for them. If it's any garage sales and stuff aren't supposed to be included. The way I sell the volume of stuff that I sell and stuff is easily defended. Even if I sold $1,000 worth of stuff, it's like, okay, first of all, if that's my business, I'm a horrible businessman if I made $1,000. Secondly,
yes,
the number of transactions where I am buying stuff you can see is far greater than the transactions.
This is peanuts. It's all peanuts. Because if you sell it and it's gone, it's fucking gone, dog. Like, you don't get another one. You know what I'm saying? Keep selling that shit. And
I tell you, guarantee I'm not winning the war right now on income versus expenses.
I'm trying. I'm giving it a good shot, but not really. I mean, it's not enough to live off.
I'm not trying, so that's right.
Yeah.
You're doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, the $600 cap is a joke.
Yeah,
that's the government. Like that's government overreach all day. If you really are making a bunch of money off of comics, every trip to the comic store is a write-off.
Well, not really. It's your cost basis, and in anything that you're selling beyond, your expenses on what you purchase becomes your cost basis. Then what you sell for is your difference, is your profit margins, right after your expenses. So it becomes your expense basis that you have to track in order to remove from your reported income in order to determine what your true income is.
I'll tell you where I think I fuck up, dude, is I'll get like a cool key and shit, and I never fucking slab them. And I see people, they'll be like, oh, I'm only fucking $10, $20 in this book, and I got a slab, and now it's a $300 book. And I'll just go get the 20 or 30 bucks you can get.
Start slabbing then.
I just don't give a shit,
Then don't.
Yeah, I don't. That's the only thing
We're back to where we started.
Yeah.
I don't think that you need a slab up.
You don't need to, but if I was to make like a criticism of the way I sell books, it would be I should probably be slabbing some of them.
Yeah, if you're trying to make more money, you just have to find that rhythm of getting something, sending something, selling something, and
I almost did it once, dude. I had the first Star-Lord in Avengers where he's like on the Avengers fucking cover and he's all sprawled out and shit. And I had 4 of them, and one of them was a newsstand. They were fucking perfect. And I was just like, I was asking people, and they was all like Nah, you probably shouldn't do it. I just didn't fucking do it. I almost did it.
Always go with your gut. Don't listen to anybody else.
I mean, even with the bigger books, it's just another level of protection.
What I've noticed more and more lately is people selling raw books for slab prices. Like
That's been going on for a long time.
Well, welcome to my world.
I guess I just started like really looking.
That's why I told my
Yeah.
I was in my LCS the other day, and they got in some brand new Spider-Man stuff, and they lay it out, and I just turned around, I'm like looking at him with the guy, he's showing them to me. I'm like, oh, you know, these prices are high, and he's all, oh no, that's like he's looking at the ASM 300 for example. He's all, that's like a near mint copy. I said, and he's asking $1,000 for it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's first of all, it's a raw copy. Secondly, it's not a 9.8 or I mean, you know, he said if it's a 9.0, it's an $850 to $900 book. If it's slabbed, I said, but it's not. It's a raw book. And I pulled up the stuff I showed him. So look, raw books in that category, it's like a $650 book. And he's like, oh, well, I'm going to ask that. I'm all right. Well, you know, I'm just telling you. You showed it to me and asked me what I thought. I'm telling you what I thought. You're overpriced. Yeah. But you know, that's what if you like those books and just want to be able to put them up on your wall and say, hey, look, we got these here, then bravo.
So you just wanted to say to him, good luck, dickhead.
The days of them getting those prices are quickly coming to an end. Like I even noticed now, I went to the LCS yesterday, and the guy usually he doesn't even invite me to look at the wall. He's like, you know, if you guys look at the wall, I might be inclined to make a deal. And he's never said that to me before.
Yeah.
It's like people are cutting down in their pull lists. They're not buying shit now because
inflation. Well, there's more. Yeah, there's more. People got to spend stuff on other things. Everything else is costing more, and you got.
When I get tight, hunting keys is the first thing that drops off my list. My pool list is always the last thing. I hear people talk about all the time. I gotta stop buying so many new comics so I can get some bigger books. I'm just different. That's backwards to me.
I'm less inclined to experiment.
Yeah, no.
I agree with that. Yeah, I have like my standard pool list. You know what I mean? I don't take anything off of it, but I definitely am not jumping on new stuff sometimes.
I'll go a fucking week without a book or back issue hunting. I'll go like a week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes. And then I'll
back issue hunting for sure.
Yeah. But even like $6-7 is a big deal for me. So whatever.
This is this week. There's more. This is this week. There's a lot of good stuff this week that came out.
I can't believe how many fucking comics you have, Legion. This guy's a maniac.
A couple hundred at least.
Yeah, probably about two.
I think he's got
a couple hundred boxes.
I should move if I could move
at least
keep my California salary. I could catch up with Mark.
Well, I also have an unfair advantage that, like, I have pops. You know what I mean? Like I grew up in the hobby.
Yeah, I was watching my video from like 4 or 5 years ago. I had one long box, so to grow up into it is probably.
I probably had a long box by the time I was 6.
Oh shit! I mean, October of 2020, I had just the 4 long boxes I've always had, and now I've got 16.
A room full of $50 long boxes. 16? Nick's the maniac.
Well, that's where I'm confused. I'm really scared now. Like, talking about, I got like these 5, submissions that are back from CVCS here to open up, and I'm going, listen, my slab shelves are completely slammed. I'm like, oh, I got overflow stacked up. I'm like, oh, I got
That's
gonna
what
have like
C3's for, Rob.
I want to have
I
like
want
another 4 or 5 boxes of slabs here.
I want the whole background to be, instead of like slabs on your wall, I want them to be stacks where you only see the edges of the fucking slab.
Fat stacks of
All the fucking way up.
literal
All the
stacks.
fucking way up.
that would
Yeah.
look cool.
You don't
That would be
understand,
the
dude.
coolest.
I'm on right now. There are what is it's on? There's 8, 16, 20, 24. There's like
There's Bill.
27 or 28 boxes of slabs out there right now, and that are put away that are completely full. And then there's overflow that's stacked up waiting to go there. And then I got 5 submissions that are back that need. It's like, they definitely take up more space. I got to build it. I'm supposed to, after, again, one of these things, like after C3, one of my projects to do is I got some new shelves to build in the garage so I can have room for to stack up some more comics.
You could build like a Lego castle and have like a window. That would be sick.
Nice. Yeah, I have about. I do different when it comes to slabbing Lady Fantastic. A lot of the stuff I slab has been older stuff, although some of this stuff is some recent stuff that's come back. I think a lot of some of these Virgin. I think one of these boxes is a bunch of Virgin variant New Republic or Star Wars books, and I think there's some that are all the 1 in 25 Batman, the pencil sketch ones that were done. Those all should be back. Yeah, there's some older stuff, some OA art.
Hey, did Paul happen to pop in the chat from the ABX?
I haven't seen them yet.
You guys mentioned. I was surprised that New Republic didn't have any 1 in 10s or 1 in 25s.
Yeah, so was I. That's why I was looking, like when I saw that the one I had was the 1 in 50. I was like, okay, well, what about the others? And I said, oh no, it's just straight up 1 in 50. Okay, well, game on.
Yeah, I better get my shit together. I got a bunch of errands I need to run.
In a good way, Nick. Maybe that's a good thing. That just really kind of made it that way that there's really that much less incentives out there. It's just
True.
I've been watching a lot of remote control gold mining videos, and they use little remote control cars with excavators and shakers, and you get gold and you dig in your backyard and shit. All right, guys.
yeah,
I'll see you
easy,
later.
big.
Later, big.
No, you're absolutely right.
Oh,
Lady
yeah.
Fantastic. It is all about what you want for your collection, and people should do what they want. After all, it is their collection.
Collect your way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff I send off lately has been it's either older stuff, old Silver Age, Golden Age, or I do original art stuff that I'm doing, signature stuff. I'm not really sending off any more modern stuff that often. The most of the stuff that I have that is modern stuff that's going to be filtering in over the next couple months is stuff that I sent over a year ago. But every once in a while, there's something that's like a classic. Like I sent off some Miles Morales #1s. It's like those are. I think he's going to stick around.
Stick around.
That's right. Well, it is the Brooklyn way.
I'm just wondering how we got Scar before we got Miles.
That was a spec I always expected.
Simple. Sony doesn't own Scar. The rights to. Yep, Man Cave will be on only slabs, not this weekend, but next weekend
You got
during C3.
Andy tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We thought about bringing you on, but we needed a beard, so we got a real man.
Got to do a phone call.
Once you get a... Yeah, no, you're right, Brother John. It's not cheap, man. They all keep raising their prices. It's unslabbing. So
Yeah.
that's why for a long time I used PGX for a lot of the stuff that was in my own, was just because, you know what, for $14 a slab, you couldn't. It was and their faster turnaround time. You know, you just have to listen to people tell you what an idiot you are for using them all the time, which is annoying. But most of the people who've never actually used them.
I wish they were more respected just for that reason, Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm with you. I want there to be more competition, but
exactly,
no one respects them. Sucks.
Yep. And EGS is, you know, we'll see whatever happens with them. But how's the knee there, Mike?
Oh, it hurts.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that'll teach you to walk.
Yeah. Message received. Exercise. I know I'm not wanted.
A wheelchair it is. Is that a title belt you got up behind you?
Yeah, that's my US or my TV title, signed by Arn Anderson.
Nice. You beat him for the belt. I remember that.
Yeah, but let me tell you what doesn't suck. I have successfully. I'm basically like the Rosa Parks of fat people, because I have now got Legion of Comics to offer the Illuminati shirt in 4 and 5XL. So Panda, it basically affects you and me. Let's go get our shirts. I bought mine this morning in a triumphant moment with I thought I was going to have to lose weight to get one of those Illuminati shirts, but
Illuminati. I'll have to go take a look. I haven't seen this Illuminati shirt, I don't think.
It's the one with the skull and it's got the 5 symbols, the 5 logos.
It's like it's got Nick's logo. It's got Tyler. It's got yours, right?
Yep.
It's Tyler's, DJ's, Nick's, and Mark's.
Remy Q.
Remy Q. Yep.
I knew you'd forget Remy Q.
I really wanted the shirt, and after weeks of begging Mark to take my money, he finally did.
And what magical website is this that would have such shirt?
Mark's got it on his. I think DJ has it on his too, right?
Yeah, I think it's on both. What is it? Legion Shop? Legion of Comics .shop? I don't know.
The link is in the description of this.
The link's somewhere.
The link is out there. The link is the easy part. Getting them to actually offer 4 and 5XL was the hard part.
I think it's djlinks.shop.
So do I need to get you, Mike, to force them to start making hats then, saying that you're getting your way with that sort
Dude,
of
I
stuff?
had a hard enough time getting this done. I'm going to take a break. I'm exhausted.
I couldn't wear that shirt.
Fighting for equality really took it out of me.
That would be nice if that was a logo on the back of the shirt. But it's on the front of the shirt. I pass.
Maybe they'll make a special Rob Fat Stacks version with the pocket logo.
I don't know. I didn't make the Illuminati.
I don't like the pocket logos.
I just don't like big logos on the front. I don't need
love it on.
I don't need something that needs to be round that gets distorted on my belly and shit. You know.
Feels good. Feels right.
I can't wait to see what you're putting up. The Neil Adams that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, there's I showed it a few weeks ago on Remy's place, right, Spidey?
Yeah. Yeah, they have it.
it's a Neil Adams convention. I have 3 Neil Adams head sketches. I didn't figure I needed 3, so I'm gonna auction off that
Yeah, that's
Havoc
cool.
one.
We'll
And Neil Adams is
just wait till you
co-creator
see
of
me in
Havoc.
the chat. I don't own a Neil Adams piece, so you'll just have to wait till I'm in the chat. If I can sneak out of work at some point. It's on a
But
Monday
yeah,
for me,
somebody
unfortunately.
will. So I'll get a hold of you, Rob, and you just let me know where to show up. I'm off I'm off every weekend, so I'm available at any time. I'll be
Awesome
easy
sauce.
because it's next weekend, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. This weekend
Coming
I'm
up.
busy. I got Chiefs Bills tickets for Sunday.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
That's about to be a fun one.
That is going to be a fun one. It's my birthday too, Monday. So this is
Oh,
like
nice.
Oh,
my
Mike,
little
you'll be
party
27?
Close, 43.
Right, 27. Got it.
I'm older than
43.
you? What the hell?
Well, you look older than me. Look at you.
Yeah, thanks, asshole.
I would have said
Look at
the
this
same.
cherub's face.
Mike is young because he has consumed people.
So that's a Monday night game?
Sunday night.
Sunday
My
night.
birthday's the next day.
So it's actually a night game worth watching.
It's an afternoon game,
What do
actually.
you mean? The last 2
3:25.
Thursday night games have been
The
football.
The last 2 Thursday night games have been the drizzling shits.
He is correct. I was at
Dude.
Monday Night Football too, where I did my first Instagram post after asking Nick's permission.
God, what a post too. What a way to come out.
Yeah, Circumstances is giving me the biz for it too. He says, "Who posts pictures on Instagram?" Apparently, I should have done a reel. He's very outraged.
Oh,
I think I'm going to hang out with him Saturday.
you got to start somewhere.
Speaking of the drizzling shits, hanging out with Circumstances, that's always a jazz festival.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Like an old married couple, you two.
Yeah, we really do. And it's like, it doesn't get any better when we're sitting next to each other. We're kind of like the old guys on the Muppet Show.
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah, we just sit there sniping at each other. Oh, well, anyway, I just wanted to pop on to celebrate my win for fat people everywhere.
Well, happy birthday, sir.
Oh, it's not till next week.
Yeah, it's not yet.
Monday.
Close
Monday.
enough. Close
No,
enough.
not even close.
It's close enough.
Several days.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll have an Instagram post for it.
Oh, what are you gonna post? Today is my birthday and a picture of you.
I don't know.
Please do that. Should have been your first post.
Will you teach me how to make a reel, Tyler?
Wish me, yeah, I can.
I'll send you the Derek Robertson.
You
for
have
your
to have
birthday.
your feet in it. That's what I've learned.
Well, now I'm really interested. What's that, Spidey? You're
No,
sending
I
me-
don't know what you're talking. I gotta go now. So
I'm gonna lock you into a promise there. If I can wear Mark down, I'll eventually wear Spidey down.
I give in to nobody.
Oh, I don't know. Here would be my question. Tyler, you're a reasonable fella.
Of course I am.
Who's the biggest Night Thrasher fan you know?
Night Thrasher?
Yes.
I can think of so many, but the number one. God, the top. I'd almost have to do a top 3, but I'll just go straight to number 1. It's probably Mad Spidey, right?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Was that the wrong answer?
You asked the wrong
No.
person, Mike. You definitely asked the wrong person.
Couldn't get a setup from that creep from Indiana. No wonder we kicked you guys out of the Midwest.
What are we in then?
I don't know, the East.
The Mideast? Wait a second. The Middle East is somewhere else completely.
No, it's Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Indiana.
We're up there with Canada now. We the North.
Oh my goodness!
You're such a disappointment. I know you hear that all the time, but
Not
I'm just really
anymore.
disappointed in you.
You know, I don't know. I have to say there though, this as I've been like perusing different things, because some of those happy anniversary, Tyler.
Oh yeah,
And
Not anymore.
you
That was
cleaned up
yesterday.
pretty. You cleaned up. Well, I know that. You cleaned up pretty well.
That was probably the first time you saw my hair.
Without no ball cap at the wedding. I'm impressed.
Yeah, no, that was disappointing.
That's just like me growing my hair out for my wedding,
Yeah.
and then promptly shaving it off after the honeymoon.
But as soon as I got home, slap on that hat and get down to business.
Took
So
off your
it's been
socks and
4
shoes
years,
and
right?
wiggled your toes.
Yeah, 4 years.
How much chloroform do you go through to keep her in that house?
It's Stockholm syndrome now.
Yeah.
I've never even been to Stockholm. So you know I'm good at it.
Oh man.
All we know is that Tyler must be hung like a corn cob.
Indiana doesn't even have good corn.
Oh,
Everybody knows
no,
Iowa
here we
sweet
go
corn.
again. Iowa sweet corn tastes like taking a spoonful of salt and put it in your mouth.
Spoonful of Vegemite.
No, it's
You
not
stay
that.
out of the
It's
view.
not that bad. It's not that bad. I can't even give Iowa corn that bad of a review.
My wife was very keen on those koalas, by the way, Spidey.
Oh, awesome!
I thought they were phenomenal too. I do think that the ratio of caramel in them to chocolate is better than the regular bar. It's
you mean the big block?
Yeah.
The big block you got to be careful because if you break it wrong, it will just go.
Oh, yeah, I use
everywhere.
I use a knife to cut it. But but I'm just saying like the ratio, the amount of caramel in each bite to chocolate is just like Reese's peanut butter cups. Everybody has to agree, for the most part, that the egg that you get at Easter time is the best ratio of chocolate to peanut butter, and the minis year round are good, but so it's all about the percentages, and I think those koalas had a phenomenal chocolate to caramel ratio. Very nice, proper job.
Unfortunately,
what the
they
heck are
used
you
to
talking about?
They used to be a little bit. They used to be a bit bigger too, but unfortunately, with like a lot of companies do, they charge you the same. They give you less.
What is this product called?
So it's Cadbury caramel koalas.
You guys have Cadbury?
Yeah,
we are Cadbury.
Yeah. So he sent me.
I've been watching the same commercial.
Legion.
It's made
completely different thing.
So
I've been watching the same commercial for 35 years. Cadbury has had one commercial my entire life.
Because here all we pretty much get are those stupid, horrible, freaking those eggs.
Yeah,
Cadbury
frying that
but
Buck's chicken.
There's a whole slew of confectionery that they manufacture.
Cadbury is Australian.
It is so good.
That doesn't sound right. I thought the only company you guys had was Foster's. It's Australian.
No, we don't claim them.
So, anyways, they
this doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, so Spidey turned around and he in my box of comics that he sent over, he included some more Cadbury chocolate because I love the dairy milk. Their dairy milk chocolate is my favorite chocolate, bar none.
You want dairy milk, you go to Wisconsin, friend.
Isn't that cheese?
And so one of their candies that he included in there was these caramel koalas. They're shaped like little koala bears, but they got caramel inside the chocolate. And he sent me some more Tim Tams.
You know what? I'm making California part of Australia too. I'm throwing every state over the top rope that disappoints me.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll have to send you a care package then, Mike. I'll change your mind.
If you send me anything but that Night Thrasher sketch, it's going over the top, bro.
Oh, now I know how well I'm appreciated.
I'm surprised you'd get rid of that, Mad Spidey. You're the biggest fan I knew of Night Thrasher.
Tyler?
That's exactly right. I never would.
Yeah. Wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah, just like Rob's the biggest Speedball fan we know.
I have a copy.
I always thought you liked Speedball, Mike, but
No, apparently not.
I
Night
like to
Thrasher and Speedball.
like to do a speedball.
Although I will say that is not, I'm surprised I don't have a Speedball tattoo.
Yet.
Yeah, I think I'm done with them. I have a Blue Beetle. I have a Booster Gold. I have Alan Scott, Green Lantern, and then I've got a bunch of villains.
I've only got a Spidey. That's it. Oh,
The
shit.
villains one was my first tattoo. I got that in 1999 and the beginning of 2000. I got it finished. It's Red Skull, Thanos, Sinestro, Joker, Two-Face, Doctor Doom.
Nice.
I got a punchline in 2010.
That's awesome.
I've always been a big fan of punchline.
Yeah,
I
in
like the way
2010.
Yeah, I like the way you did that. That's great. You're going to get ahead of the curve.
Foresaw the future.
Yeah, I just thought, why not get it now?
Beat the rush.
People, yeah, then no one can ever say I was like a bandwagoner.
You're the trendsetter.
Yeah.
A real pioneer of punch blood.
I've been
On
called
that
that a
note-
lot of pioneer.
And on that note, it's after 1 a.m. and I have to work in 5 hours.
Oof.
So I better go.
Good luck.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Always good hanging out. Thanks, boys.
Well, then you
Please,
got
brother.
5 more hours to go. Don't worry. We'll have you out of here by the time you have to work.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I've been accused of sleeping on streams before. I don't actually want to sleep on the
Don't
stream.
worry. We'll close way before 5 hours from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. All right, boys. See yous.
I think it's premature.
All right.
Well, now what do we do?
Where do we go from here?
Tyler, have you watched Chainsaw Man yet?
No, because I turned it on and it was in Japanese.
Oh.
I think I'm turning Japanese.
And I was at work,
I really
so
think
subtitles
so.
were not an option.
I mean, you're not at work now, so you could watch it now.
Yeah, but I'm on here.
We could watch it together.
We could. I would.
You have 2 eyes. Can't you watch 2 things at once?
Technically. I don't like to read. I'd rather have it dubbed. I'd much rather. But
Yeah,
since that's not an option, I'm gonna have to watch it.
I really think
Yeah.
that subtitles are the librarian's way to try to trick you into reading more.
But the 30 to 45 seconds I did watch, Justin, I thought the animation looked spectacular.
Just have Remy watch it.
But I
and
didn't see any
dub
action.
it for you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because if you're reading it, I mean, then you can't pay attention to what you're watching.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I feel like Remy speaks Chainsaw, so he'll be able to
That's
interpret
true. It's just
And-
an anime about Remy Q.
it. Right. So he'll watch it. He'll get the gist of what they're saying, and then
Right
he'll
in his
do
ear. Nice.
He'll do a dub version.
It looks like his lips are turning into Justin's ear.
I know, it's
Doesn't
phenomenal.
it?
See, and it's not. I'm not looking at Justin. I'm looking at Mike. Like for me, Mike is right next to me here.
Hey,
Oh no,
Really?
that's Justin.
That's Justin.
Justin's here.
no,
What the hell are you looking at?
he did it wrong.
He's got his image mirrored probably.
This way I can point correctly.
I thought so too, but it's not. Because point it,
Okay,
Mike.
then apparently
Point
you
it.
can't point correctly.
No,
'cause you
I
were
mean,
just
when I'm used
licking
to
Justin's ear.
when I'm used to pointing in my room, I'm not used to pointing at people.
Oh, okay.
Like
At your
that.
room, sure, but otherwise,
Wow,
like,
thank
point
God
at
you
Mike,
have
you
it
know.
turned around for that.
I am a cheap date. I'm just putting that out there.
You're a married man. Come on.
Nick, you don't
That
do
means
anything
that means
right.
he's not looking for a long-term relationship. It's just a quickie, one-night stand.
That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for love. Does love live here? You guys know about that.
He already told you he's a married man, so obviously not.
You know about that line from that comedy show Dahmer. The Tony episode. That's what Tony said to the photographer.
Is Mad Spidey
I think
coming
you're the
back?
only one watching that.
I'm actually surprised Beckerman hasn't berated me yet. He's been doing that a lot lately.
Why would I do that, Nick? I love
I
you.
don't know. I don't know why you did it the first couple times.
I think this is imagined.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Oh, well, if you got Tyler back, you know there's an issue.
Me?
What did he do?
Yeah. What did I do?
What did I do? What did you do for your anniversary?
We're going out tonight. I can't believe somebody asked me that. I'm going to let her pick where to go, and I think I already know where she's picking.
You don't have reservations?
We live in Indiana, so guess just the first guess off the top of your head.
Olive
Cracker
Garden.
Barrel.
Where you would go. Olive Garden's a good guess, but that's not it.
Chick-fil-A.
No, you guys are close.
House of Cornbread.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, I wish. That's where I would pick.
Let's do it. That butter.
Yeah, it's butter.
Applebee's.
Oh, no. Not Applebee's.
Tim Hortons.
Nothing better than the finest of establishments. We're probably going to Chili's.
Waffle House. Oh.
Chili's, okay.
The
I knew
only
it was
thing
gonna be
better.
some franchise hell.
The only thing better than Chili's is Chili's 2. There's Chili's 2 in the airport.
The mini one, yeah.
Where you can also get breakfast.
Blue Hellion said IHOP, and that made me think of the IHOP parking lot.
It's right next to Chili's, though.
I like myself some boysenberry syrup on my pancakes.
I guess we're all big spenders. I celebrated my wedding. We got married and we went to Olive Garden. We got married.
I can't eat at Olive Garden. It's just like
They
when a
want to treat
restaurant.
you like family.
Well, no, the problem with it is worse, Mike. When a restaurant's claim to fame is their breadsticks and salad, but you're not a salad bar store or like Fresh Choice, then you've got problems. Because I mean, like everybody always says, like, "Oh, yeah, I love their breadsticks and salad." Well, great. Well, what about the fucking goddamn food? It's shit. It's awful.
It's not good.
It
Well, to be fair, so are the breadsticks.
Well,
But it is
that's all.
authentic Italian.
It's terrible. But we got married on a Wednesday in the middle of the day. So
While we're on a budget, everything's much cheaper.
At free
on a Wednesday.
at New Comic Book Day. Or?
Oh yeah, it wasn't New Comic Book Day for me then, but
No, it's always been Wednesday.
Ours is in May.
Unless you're DC.
Yeah, well
next year our marriage can vote.
Well, there you are.
Where? In
Anywhere.
what year?
It'll be
In
18
what-
years next year.
Oh,
Nice.
18. Well, depending on a lot of things, some 18-year-olds couldn't vote in some years.
So now I have a question. So since I just renewed our vows for our 25th anniversary, does that mean now I have to start counting over again, back at 1, or do I get to keep going?
I think your marriage can now get a cheaper rate on car insurance.
We have our marriage has to start eating before 5 at the Sizzler.
we going to Sizzler.
We did that the other day. We ordered from Sizzler. But yeah, I'm we're working on. Yeah, this is 25 years behind us. This year was the year it was when we went to Alaska. It was my parents' 50th anniversary, my 25th, and my brother's 20th.
And you guys planned that ahead of time?
No, it just happened when we realized that the dates were aligning like that. That's when we decided we planned the cruise to go celebrate them all together as a family. But plus, that was my wife and I decided we wanted to renew our vows on the cruise ship. It's cheap.
What's with all you guys taking your wives' places? Cracker Barrel or
they let me touch her.
Chili's and Olive Garden and Alaska.
I'll send you a picture from Chili's tonight.
I did my part already. I married her.
If
she
you
wants
want
romance, she can go.
Justin, was that laugh one you wanted one too, or?
Hey, you took her.
Yeah,
took her out.
you're just sending them out to anybody. I'll take one.
We'll do like a picture in front of Chili's and say "Happy Anniversary."
Are you going to get everyone's salsa and chips?
Some people say I love you to the moon and back. I always say I love you to Chili's and back. God, there's nothing better. Chili's.
Get them fajitas.
I don't know if that was a Dragon Ball reference or a bad pronunciation reference. Either way, it's a win. So Dragon Ball.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye, Mike.
See you tonight at Chili's.
Yeah. I'll be there never.
In spirit. Yeah, Texas Roadhouse is the best.
Only because of that one.
We went a few weeks ago. I always get the barbecue chicken and ribs combo plate. Yes.
My first and last experience at Texas Roadhouse was we sat down. We were fighting to try to get our food brought to us in a timely manner. And then when I asked for a refill on a soda, my glass came back filled with trash. It had like torn soda packets, everything else. Like somebody had taken it would bust a table and then taken the glass and then just filled it with shit and brought it back to me. So yeah, that was the end of that shit. I fucking left.
What kind of experience is California? Is a scary place, Rob. You scare me every time you talk about California.
That just wasn't a very good experience for me.
No, it wouldn't be for anyone.
Certainly didn't want to know, well, we'll comp your food. No, I don't want to eat your food. If this is how my drink's going to come out, then, and I can see what's you've put in my drink, I don't want to know what you're going to do to my food.
Yeah, that blows my mind. And you still, in California, the tip is included, right?
No. Well, it depends on so usually not. I would say that they're
sometimes
lately
are hungry.
No. Lately, post pandemic, there have been more and more places like putting a mandatory gratuity on things, and which is a bunch of bullshit. But it's really it could be a different country, but it's really not, guys. Jesus, California's not that there. California's not all the same either. It's like there's some areas that you would feel very much at home in, and there's other areas that are very different. I mean, it's a very big state.
It'd be so weird. I mean, we'd still have Trump as president. Biden would be your king.
There are parts of California where they're trying to secede from the rest of the state and do their own thing and set up the free state of Jefferson. And there's the Southern California, which is just a bunch of weird stuff going on. And anyways, I have to run off to Romania. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, man. Comics Curing Cancer for the win.
Justin, did you see you made it in the video? In
I
my
did.
video?
I did. I laughed pretty hard.
That was an old video.
I have not sent it to Nick or Dustin yet.
You don't have to. They're not in it.
Yeah, that's why I would send it to him to be like, hey, man, I'm in it and you're not.
Oh, okay. Steve said America would be a better place without most of California. You've been muted since Knob, Nick.
No, it's fine. I'm working.
You keep talking and you're muted.
I haven't anything important to say anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't say anything at first.
That's why.
Were you at NYCC, Justin? Steve, do you not watch Two Brothers comics anymore?
How did that go? I haven't watched Two Brothers, but
I hate New York Comic Con, but it's a necessary evil. Like I picked up like it's just good to go and talk to those people that pay you to do work to remind them that you're still alive. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't go.
Yeah. Too crowded.
Yeah. I mean, like, I try to do everything that I want to do and talk to everybody I want to talk to on Thursday, since it's the least crowded day. If I have anything left to do, I'll do it on Friday. I don't show up till the show. I don't show up on Saturday till like 2 or 3 o'clock. And then I leave by like 5:36.
Smart.
It just sucks.
Down where you live, Nick, do they just call it Roadhouse?
Yeah, it's just Roadhouse by me.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
You're so smart.
But I am excited for the next convention. Baltimore in 2 weeks. That'll be fun.
Baltimore.
You going for the exclusives?
Yes, that's the only reason why I'm going.
Yeah.
Do they even have exclusives at Baltimore?
They did last year. Austin LeMay had his there.
Oh, shit, you're right. I did see that. That's my bad.
That's the only one. That's the only reason I even know that they had them last year. So besides that, I have no help. I have no idea.
Oh, Paul just popped in. Paul, sorry, I was working. And I actually had a question for you, Mr. ABX. If you have the 1 in 50 from the High Republic this week left, I don't know.
I would bet that my shop does. I'll ask them when I go tomorrow.
You're there a few times a week, huh?
Well, this week, no, because I didn't have any books to pick up this week. I got no comics.
What?
Yeah, weird. I haven't read one comic book in like over 2 weeks for the first time in forever. But I've read the most I've ever read in the last 2 weeks. Read like 300 chapters of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
I was going to ask if that's what you were burning through.
Oh my god, it's been just magical.
Just magical.
Transcendent.
And aside from Iggy's, I think this is starting to fizzle out for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the action sequences are good. Like you actually feel like you're watching a wrestling match. But just the twists and turns were...
Paul said he doesn't order enough.
Okay. That's all right, Paul. I figured...
Don't order at that level. I have a customer that has been all covers for anything Star Wars for over 2 decades.
Yeah, that's why I missed out on. This wasn't bad. This was trash.
Oh, really?
Wait. Can you put that back up? Why does it look like he's sitting on a toilet?
That is a really bad cover.
He's sitting on the throne.
He's using the 3 seashell method.
I saw that today somewhere. Cover by.
Cool cover.
Mark, did you read this?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, you got that feeling from it?
Dude, that was intense.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Powerbomb number 5. I love the fact that this is 2 issues in a row now that they gave us some context to the people that they're fighting against. They're not shallow fights.
Yeah.
And I love even more the little twist to that. It was kind of a cool little turn. This one didn't hit me in like the emotional feels like the other ones did, but the story continues to be like unpredictable, like very, very heavy. The art is next level. It's so dynamic. It's just, there's nothing bad to say about that comic.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Like the action sequences make me feel like I'm watching a wrestling match.
Nick, Monkey's trying to show you something. Show him. Hold it up.
See? Oh, did you pay that bill?
I love Batman. I love Superman and I love Batman.
You love Batman?
Yeah, that's what him see him.
I see him. A lot of people are saying that this new Black Adam movie is the best movie of the year, superhero movie of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
I had not heard that.
The reviews are coming back strong. They're like, The Rock has saved DC Comics, best superhero movie of the year, violence, don't go take your kids, all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Like, do you not remember that the Batman came out this year? I picked this up for Louis.
Some Peach Ororo. Ororo, baby.
Roro.
What other superhero movies came out this year? Thor,
just
Doctor
the
Strange.
No, just the Batman.
Honestly, I don't even know what else besides those and Morbius. Now I need to look.
No, not here yet.
Not yet.
Not here.
You want to go? You want to go have burgers for lunch with me?
Ooh.
You go by Target, then go get some fried pickles and some cheeseburgers.
And can you get some baby?
Oh, DC League of Super Pets is probably my superhero movie of the year this so far.
Ask Nick.
All right, let me see.
What do you want to do? Tell Nick what we're going to do.
Baby.
Yeah, I just said that, Steve.
Where are we going to get it?
From Target.
From Target?
Oh, a gentleman movie the other night called Rose Wonderland.
Baby.
For the win.
Baby.
But where do we find all these babies?
At my place.
What place is that?
Target.
It came out in December. Dan.
From jail.
You can see she's getting a little bit bigger too. Her face has changed a little bit.
It has. It really has, and it happens so quick. You'll just be. You notice it when they're just doing a random activity. You know, it's just business as usual. But then they'll be sitting there like wide-eyed in the new level of attention, doing something. You're like, that's new. That's different. And you're like, oh, there's the heart. Just real. Yeah, DC League of Super Pets was so fun, so rewatchable. Did you like Super Pets? Which one was your favorite? The doggy, the turtle?
No, that a doggy.
Which doggy did you like?
A white one.
The black one?
No, a white one.
The white one?
Yeah.
The Superman doggy?
Mm-hmm.
Crypto.
Yeah, and he got a pet named Superman too.
And he has a pet named Superman? That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto has a pet named Superman. Yeah, that's right.
And the other one, and the black one named Batman.
Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Ace.
That's what he means.
Yeah.
And he called Batman too.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, Batman
He
too.
does. But this as far as movies and shows go, Marvel has one more shot to even get put on the map for this year. They have one chance to even exist in the realm of like
It's gonna be good. It has to be good.
So we saw the first TV spot for Wakanda Forever last night while we were watching Stargirl, and my wife saw the trailer for the first time. She said, "Is that Iron Man?" I said, "No, that's the new Iron Man." That's her face like WTF are you talking about? Like in her mind, she's like, "Wait a minute, so Pepper doesn't get to step up, or Tony's own daughter doesn't get to step up?" I'm like, no.
I don't know the story of Ironheart at all, so
Neither do I.
not.
But she was a big hell no to like it getting passed to somebody that's like really, I guess, just a fan of Iron Man. Like, is that what Riri is? Kind of like
I don't
inspired by
know.
Iron Man?
That's why I have no clue.
You got the kid from Iron Man 3. You've got Pepper who has a suit. You have Tony's daughter. And I never thought about that. My mind didn't go there because just knowing the comics and knowing of Riri, I knew like she's kind of like there. But I didn't think about that from my wife who just watches the movies. Like it feels like she felt like they kind of skipped over who she assumed would have to fill the void. So I wonder how that is going to play to a general audience. 22 Comics says, sorry, I think Black Adam is going to bomb. Too much hype and weight. Plus, it's a sequel. I'm sorry, Black Panther's going to bomb. I don't think it's going to bomb. I think that there's a. I think that there's going to be a lot.
It's going to bomb.
I think emotionally they're playing with people's feelings now. Like, I mean, there's going to be a lot of just people coming out saying I was moved because it was the whole Chadwick Boseman thing.
What would bomb mean, though? I think you have to set what bomb means before you say it bombs, because what happens is a movie comes out and does like okay, and they say it bombs, or it does okay and they say it does really well. You have to say
Thor: Love and Thunder bombed, but was still a financial success, for example.
Well, you gotta figure
they lost money on that movie.
They didn't. It made over $600 million.
It's got to make $100
Yeah, it had a
million.
$250 million budget plus double that. Yeah, and then plus what they paid for extra stuff. I'll have to send you the video on it.
Okay.
Rough estimate was that they lost about $12 million on that movie.
There we go. He said, "Oh, it'll make money, but it's not going to be what everyone thinks it will be." I agree with that. I completely agree with that. I put out my predictions early on that people are going to have like the No Way Home reaction. Like No Way Home, like you walk out of that like, wow, like I had emotional moments. I loved it and everything, but it wasn't a good movie. And they weren't striving to be a good movie either. They were doing next level fan service and stuff, which for that was awesome. They nailed exactly what they were trying to do. With Wakanda Forever, it's a different animal here. You have like the whole tribute to Chadwick Boseman. You're passing the mantle to Shuri, to Riri. You're introducing Namor as a villain who's got to turn face by the end of it. I mean, there's just, I don't know. I don't know. I think visually it'll be cool.
Have you thought much of what direction you would have taken the MCU after Endgame?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Or anybody? What would you have liked to see the direction they went in?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four easily start. They didn't have the mutants at hand. I would not have shelved Anthony Mackie. That's for damn sure. Like I would have been front running Anthony Mackie. Like I absolutely love Anthony Mackie. I think Captain America is crucial to all of this kind of stuff. I think they definitely should have done. They should have had Anthony Mackie and Bucky really like stepping up like that. They were already there. We completely skipped over an entire level of characters and just jumped into garbage.
How do you plant those seeds though? Like
they were already planted.
I'm talking for like FF for Fantastic Four. leading into Endgame. You figured maybe something would have popped up in Endgame or Infinity War. Because you can't
you could have literally started seeding it with like the follow-ups, like Falcon and Winter Soldier. You could have had people like Shield people or other people associated with a launch. You know what I mean? Like you could be announcing and have them on news channels where the family's taking off if you don't want to do an origin. I do see it. It is right there.
Well, do you think it would have worked if they just plopped in FF or X-Men?
Well, X-Men, they just didn't have the rights to, so I get that.
Because, I mean, they just plopped in Eternals. A lot of people didn't like Eternals. They plopped in Guardians, too, didn't they? But Guardians was earlier on.
Well, Guardians was early and directly tied to the Infinity Stone, so that was like while it felt plopped in, they managed to find a great place for it. It had really good footing. Like the whole first Guardians was about them trying to get the Power Stone from Ronan. Where did Ronan first appear?
Chronologically, or
what was the first appearance of Ronan the Accuser?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like
he was in Guardians, right?
No, the first appearance in comic books of Ronan the Accuser. I'm super curious.
I thought you were just talking about the movie. What movie was he in? I would never.
I guess it's either FF or Thor.
Do you know? Does anyone know? I would never know that. What's up, Dave?
I don't know why I didn't look. Fantastic Four 65.
So how do you bring the Fantastic Four? And I have no clue. Where do you start seeding the Fantastic Four? I have no clue. Like they've been using stuff from FF from like phase 1. You know what I mean? Like it's Marvel history. This stuff is connected in comics. It's not hard to just start tying it into films, but you have to actually be actively working toward it. If you can tie Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan to the X-Men, you can tie Fantastic Four to whatever you want because they're fundamental characters of this universe in comics. So it's not hard. But that just has to do what your goal is. That's not their goal. And that's the problem for me with the quality of what we get from Marvel is their goal isn't to make good comic book movies. I don't know what their goal is. Kevin Feige put out in that little press thing a couple years ago, his goal was for the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be primarily female-led characters, and that's what they've been doing, and that's been their primary focus versus quality, and it's really shown.
Look, we had a good 10 or 12 year run for superhero people who hadn't had good superhero content.
I can't wait for Disney boy princesses because all these girls have had such a long run with princesses at Disney. It is our turn. Like that makes no sense. Like I don't even want to hear that argument.
This phase is not for us, Mark.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's just the weakest, most illogical, irrational argument I heard ever.
It's still not good.
Let's wait for the
whole it's not for you thing. People make stuff. If you like it, like it. If you don't. Like I don't get mad because I'm not into Cinderella. If you like Cinderella, go like Cinderella. Don't get mad if there's all these superhero things, but I don't like it. Where's my superhero thing?
Looking forward to the ice.
Who cares where your superhero thing is? That's the most entitled, as Brother John likes to point out, when people come out with all these entitled things, that's the most entitled statement I've ever heard. It's not for you.
How angry he gets, Tyler. You see,
I don't think DC League of Super Pets was made for me. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, I think it was definitely had that was a good balance to it. They had like the little nods at it. It reminded me of SpongeBob in that sense. I always go back to SpongeBob when I think of like good kid content that you can sit there like and watch as an adult with your kids. So I tell the kids all the time because they want the remote and Finn knows how to use it now. He's like, it's our turn to pick. And I'm like, please pick something I can watch with y'all because most of these kid shows out there just melt your brain. And Justin knows what I'm talking about with this, like all the Cocoa Melons and stuff. Like there's stuff out there that the kids love that I can enjoy to watch.
Cocoa Melon is so good.
But there's so many.
Justin got me into Cocoa Melon.
Shut up.
Monkey, you like Cocoa Melon?
We don't joke about Cocoa Melon.
AJ's awesome, isn't he?
Well, we're in a new phase right now. Have you heard of Kiki and Mew Mew?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Love it.
There's this new one that has like this little pink elephant, and it's like Deepa and something.
I got out just as soon as Paw Patrol was starting, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
He was canceled for a minute, right?
You can only be canceled if you allow them to cancel you. They didn't
know,
allow it.
but remember during the anti-cop
Yeah.
phase for a minute, and they were like, "Get this Paw Patrol,
Get this dog off of our TV.
Get this dog police officer."
But in that, I
Next
found
level.
Yo Gabba Gabba was great.
I gotta go. Hey, buddy, you gotta go potty.
Team Umizoomi was pretty good.
What are you making now? Everyone's asking what Cocomelon is. Just type in Cocomelon and click repeat, and just there you go.
Just don't. Just, oh my God.
No, Nick, you can't because we can't play it on here. We can't play the music.
It's the worst. The absolute worst.
Paw Patrol was dope, but man, who was funding that program? That small community must have been heavily taxed to support that program. That's a good point. That was next level first responders right there.
Right? Could you imagine what it?
Who even trains the dogs before they send them to work?
Tyler's favorite show is Blippi. I don't know what Blippi is.
It's like some dude with a little hat and a little shirt who goes on adventures with stuff. There's like a cartoon for it and a real life show.
No, I don't know what that is.
It feels very Nickelodeon.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
It's like, like that,
like
that
Caillou.
dude who was on that couch with
You
the
like
striped shirt
Caillou?
for a while. The big comfy couch or Blue's Clues or something. It's kind of like that where you have like a real life host, but he's like mobile. He's not confined to just one couch or cartoon house.
Yeah, I like to think as Nick from Nick's Cooks and Comics as Caillou all grown up. Look at that head.
That's about it.
Say, "Oh yes, Daddy."
It would never be as nice as Caillou was.
Got it. Careful.
That kid wore white socks and brown shoes. That's horrible. All right, I gotta go to work.
John said Blippi made the thing happen on his own. He started on YouTube, then got an Amazon deal, and just kept making bank.
Bye.
I feel like Coco.
Oh,
Sorry, I feel like Cocoa Melon was similar, wasn't it?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Monkey, where did Cocoa Melon come from? She pointed at the ground. He came from over here.
He just hatched out of
Paused,
nowhere.
and then just went, huh, and pointed down. She's a trip. What do y'all have planned for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna go on my anniversary trip to Chili's, and then
I ate at Chili's for the first time in years when me and Kyle went to that wedding last week. When we were coming back home, we stopped at a Chili's and ate, and it was good. It was really good.
Oh, Chili's is next level. Chili's is like like the opening episode of Loki.
It's a weird comparison.
Well, Chili's deserves a weird comparison. It's Chili's.
I ordered their they call it fried cheese, but it's just like their cheese stick appetizer, but they're like really big squares. And man, they were now I want them. Now I want to go to Chili's.
Yeah, who doesn't?
That's that's the fancy night out. You take your wife for a
No, she picked it. She's picking. Where else would you pick besides Chili's?
She's like, this child that I'm married to needs something fancy. Let me take him to Chili's.
Yeah. I put on my Chili's bib, get my steak knife and fork, and I order chicken nuggets like a man with an extra side of ketchup.
I'd like the nuggies, please.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a restaurant is another place, but we have a place called Carolina Ale House, ALE. It's really good. That's where I think I'm gonna go for lunch.
I heard they had fried pickles.
Yeah, they've got a really good Beyond Burger.
What? I didn't know that. The original voice actress of Caillou died in a car crash at 17 years old. Wow. That's crazy. And Brother John says Panera is hospital food.
That's fair. That's definitely fair.
And Dan said Chili's and Applebee's are the microwave food of the restaurant industry. God, I wish my microwave food tasted as good as fucking Chili's. Because damn, Chili's is good. Justin, if you ever make it to Indiana, I'll take you out to Chili's. My treat.
You want to get dressed and do stuff?
Go ahead and look up the hockey schedule real quick.
Oh, yeah, for the Comets?
Yeah.
That's your cave?
They haven't started yet, have they?
No, Nailers' first home game is next weekend, so probably next week.
I'm looking right now.
What is up? House of L Comics is up in the building.
Let's see.
Oh shit! Is there a preseason game tonight? Oh yeah, there's a preseason game tonight against Fort Wayne.
There?
Yeah, in Wheeling. Schedule. I just want the schedule.
Oh, here you go. January 6th, we play the Wheeling Nailers. Oh, no, it's at Wheeling.
You did good. You want to put your outfit on? See what we're going to wear today? Yeah? I think Mommy already picked you that.
Yeah.
Oh, here, March. In March, we play the Wheeling Nailers. Saturday, March 4th.
This is the best one. Look,
Here.
All right.
Is that the only time? What the hell? All year? Is that the only game we play them?
No, then they're looks like they're in Fort Wayne again on Friday.
December 2nd. And December 17th.
All of the games against Fort Wayne look like they're in Wheeling.
We played 3 times in Fort Wayne.
Yeah. And you play in Wheeling. Let's see here.
I'm sure it's just a travel thing.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
All right, well, we can't go to Tarzan until you get dressed.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm in Fort Wayne, House of O.
Yeah, so you should. There's more games in Wheeling, so you should just come to Wheeling.
I've never been to Wheeling.
I've never been to Fort Wayne.
I want to wheel out to the Bay and get one of Eman's burgers and his $15 appetizers.
Think of order the pickles and think of me, please.
Do you like fried pickles?
I do. Are they chips or spears?
These are the chips, but I prefer the spears every now and then when you can find them. It's not as often.
Spears are the best.
The spears are amazing. People don't really think that through when they're getting these fried pickle things, because the spears are like, if you like to dip them, they're like perfect for dipping. And I think we've only ran into like 2 restaurants here local that do spears, and both of them are just like single owned and operated. They're not like franchises or chains or anything.
I'm not a big fan of pickles.
Yeah, that's where you probably started going wrong in life.
Not
Yeah,
even
no.
pickles?
No,
Mama.
you're not a fan.
That's not for outside. You want to go to Target? Well, we're going to run out of time because we're going to have to go pick up Bubba from school soon. So if you want to go to Target, you better bring me your clothes so we get you dressed.
DJ said, Mark, I loved you and A Star is Born.
It was a good one. I don't get the reference, but
I actually don't either, and I've seen it.
which
Maybe
version?
Bradley Cooper wears something like what you're wearing. Maybe, I don't know.
I wore a rope in that movie.
Yeah, he did for a minute. Oh Lord. He said you look like Bradley Cooper right now.
Thank you, DJ.
Can you sing like Bradley Cooper?
No. Sometimes I say things that I don't mean to say that. I mean to only think.
Maybe that's a prequel to the next Joker movie.
I don't think I need those.
Yeah.
That was Harley Quinn being born.
Will you go grab me your outfit? You did good. Give me 5s, 2 of them. Boom. Grab your outfit for me. It's right on the couch. It's on the thing next to the couch. Are y'all excited for Lady Gaga to play Harley Quinn in Todd Phillips' sequel to the Joker?
I mean, not right now. It's gonna have to sell me, but I have faith that it could be good.
It's next to the fan. Yeah, I believe in Todd Phillips.
Yeah, that's what it is for me too.
Oh, we might have DJ Links in the building.
I almost clicked it, and then I was like, I can't tell.
I can't tell what I'm looking at. It looks like it's starting with a crotch shot. Let's risk it. If it's DJ Links' crotch, it's worth it.
Oh shit!
Where do you have us? Like underneath your tinfoil cap?
Yeah, what's going on?
So that's actually hilarious. So I was eating a corn muffin, and then
you're in the middle of making a crack pipe.
Possibly, legit. I'm gonna shut my camera off because I'm working. So last year when we went to New York Comic Con, walking up 39th Street, parked the car in the garage on 39th Street, walking to the Javits Center. What's up, Justin? By the way, and not Tyler. We saw a couple shooting up some H on the street out in the open. So this year, same block, we saw a couple smoking crack, full crack pipe out in the open, just like smoking the crack. So I can't wait for next year's Comic Con on 39th Street.
Fortunately, because the nature of crack, it wouldn't have lasted long. They would have been out in just a minute.
That is true. Big shout out to all my crack fiends out there that support the channel.
Yeah. We don't discriminate.
Did you like get a hit, or was that the whole story?
No, I want an AOK. I wanted an AOC.
AOK. We've got a really special AOK for tonight.
$20 bill. Next rock's on me, fam. Next rock's on me.
Yo, we got an active crack. Tell me something, girl.
Hey, DJ. So you got to see Black Adam. Obviously, no spoilers, but you enjoyed it?
Did I enjoy Black Adam? That's a good question that we're going to answer tonight on In the Mix at 9 p.m. Eastern.
You're technically not allowed to talk about it yet, right? The embargo is not lifted?
No, it was lifted at that. The embargo was lifted with that screening.
Really?
Yeah, I would think so.
They don't normally do that.
That's actually exactly when they do it. The press embargo lifted with that screening so that reviewers can put the reviews out that are everywhere on the internet now.
Yeah, usually when it's a good movie, embargo is lifted early.
Yeah, I know that. but it's not always that.
Like, you know, like when you see the TV spots at this point, like we're 1 week out. This isn't early. When you see the TV spots, you should be seeing quotes from reviewers now that you weren't seeing before Wednesday.
Yeah, my quote was actually in the TV spot. It said, "It's mad good. Go see it."
That's mad good, son.
The official review embargo for Black Adam lifts next week. I was gonna,
Which usually that's bad news when it's a crappy movie. The embargo lifts closer to the movie. But I will say, for the millions of people watching, and the millions watching around the world, Black Adam was fucking amazing. And I don't say that as a DC fanboy. You guys know I'm not a DC fanboy. I've never read a Black Adam book in my life. I was blown away by it.
It lifted October 12th, Tyler. I just pulled it up right now because I actually
put it up right now too. But the social media embargo for early reactions lifted after the premiere.
Yeah.
So the review embargo is not lifted. Social media embargo is, which is very different.
We're fighting over embargoes. Oh shit.
No, that's completely different things.
What about article?
You can't drop a
embargo?
review, but you can drop a 140 thing like text thing in Twitter.
What about embargo shorts?
Yeah, embargo shorts. Is that lifted? Reels.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I'm just reading it.
Oh, we're asking
I don't
for
like
clarity.
Fourth anniversary.
I just read it.
Ball.
I watch many reviews on movies, and I just had never heard of a review embargo dropping like that. So when DJ said that, that surprised me.
Yeah, I agree with Tyler. Usually it's not lifted this early.
No, it's
But
even for good movies. Typically, it's just like the social media are just a quick little snippet. Like all you can say is that it's good or not.
Yeah,
or
I guess that's what I was
not a review
because these because tons of I guess not reviews came out. Tons of them.
Yep.
Tons of them.
Yeah. So just to recap, ladies and gentlemen, in the October links box, you're gonna get that Miles Morales hot toy and a crack pipe.
AOC.
The AOC. No, it's still the K because it's like spelling crack gangsta. You know.
Oh, okay.
Active crack.
The first thing that pops up for Black Adam says, "Is Black Adam a game changer?" What a stupid question.
Yeah, that is a stupid question. Yo, it's mad good. Like I was surprised. Like I was saying before, I am not I go into these movies wanting a good movie. I'm not going to enjoy a Marvel movie more because it's Marvel. I'm not going to shit on a DC movie because it's DC. As a movie-going person that grew up loving movies, I want to watch a good movie. And that's exactly what Black Adam did for me, especially that I have no ties to the character or the canon or anything like that. I'm pretty sure somebody is going to be, mad about they did something wrong. But as somebody that doesn't know what that wrong thing is because I don't know the source material, I thought the movie was absolutely fantastic, especially the way, I would say this, Black Adam's entrance into the movie, possibly one of the most epic DC entrances in the entire DCEU. That shit was fucking epic. Epic.
I can't.
But then again,
I'm seeing it opening night. I need to get tickets right now.
So here's the thing. I told my wife.
You say opening night. Are you going Thursday or
Thursday?
Friday?
I'm going Thursday.
Because you don't want to be here next Friday if you ain't seen it.
I'm not going to spoil it. But
I'm going to run all these people off trying to raise money for cancer because I'm going to be too excited.
Oh, shit.
Feel like, yeah, we're gonna get back to the fund raising part of it, but first,
Black Adam. Let's.
Yeah.
So this is going up for $100 right here. You know what also went up for $100? The popcorn at Black Adam.
I wonder if I can even. I know I'm going. I just don't know if Lisa's going with me. That's how it always is, and you guys make fun of me for that. But I just don't know if she's going.
It's okay that you hate your wife.
Yeah, well, don't we all?
You reached that lull. You reached the 4-year lull.
Yeah, yesterday. In fact, up until yesterday, it felt great, but now all of a sudden, we're in a lull.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Yeah, no, I thought the movie was absolutely fantastic. Like, The Rock, this, because I don't think he's done like great movies. Like, he's done good movies, like whatever.
Hey.
I think this is his like definitive movie. Like, The
Oh,
Rock will be
nice.
known. Yeah, it's like he will be known to a generation as Black Adam. So if you don't already know who The Rock is, and this is your introduction, he's gonna be synonymous with Black Adam.
So
he's been the tooth fairy for me for years. So I'm glad we're switching it up.
I need to get the toy. Then it sounds like.
Hot Toys dropped the pics last week of Black Adam.
Did you order it, DJ?
I don't get Hot Toys.
I don't do pre-orders.
McFarlane has got the Black Adam line that I ordered all of them and got them in months ago.
Oh man. Justin, how was your New York Comic Con experience, sir? Sorry that we didn't get a chance to cross paths.
No, that's okay. I mean, that show is more of a work show for me than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, I hate
You know
it.
what's funny, Justin, is DJ kept sending me pictures of you where he was like creeping. Whenever he'd see you, he'd duck behind something and try to avoid you, but he'd send me a picture. He's like, "You missed me again."
Yeah, no, that's actually true. And I almost got caught when we were in the men's room.
When we say that again? Oh, in the
You
men's.
I had my phone underneath the stall as you were dropping a deuce. You almost caught me.
Well, I'm just so used to people doing that with me that I just thought it was normal.
Did I get my jacket? And I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Armin.
Yay. So the other thing I'll say about Black Adam, and then I'll leave it at that, is it's super violent. Super violent. Like, I was surprised it's a PG-13 movie.
Stop.
Oh, no, on the backwards. No,
You want one of zip? Okay. Do they the trailer is definitely seems very self-contained to a certain part of the movie.
Yeah. In and of itself, and I don't want to say anything because I don't want to go into.
Yeah, I don't want you to say too much either, just because I don't want to know.
It's not a spoiler, but yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
No, I don't want you to say anything.
Black Adam dies. No, I'm just kidding. Did you guys? Well, we're gonna. I don't even want to talk about fucking shit.
Y'all can tell from my thumbnail I'm excited about.
Oh yeah, that thumbnail is crazy.
Don't say nothing.
I did see in the hallway. So as we were leaving the theater, I guess on every the actors were there in the building. It was like a bunch of people. We'll talk about this later too. But Aldrich Hodge was outside of my theater greeting everybody. The dude that played Hawkman.
Awesome. That's
super.
Yeah.
So he was there greeting everybody. I wanted to leave because it was really, really late. So we left, but it was quiet because instead of everybody like, great job, phenomenal, everybody just quiet and just taking video on their phone. So like you could hear a pin drop. It was the weirdest thing. So then as we're going out, all I say is, "Yo, Aldous!" And everybody just starts laughing.
Why is it so quiet?
Because everybody is more preoccupied with taking video.
That's so lame. Like, God, that's lame.
Yeah, that's like, yo, great job, congratulations, blah blah. I remember I went to the premiere of War of the Planet of the Apes. So War of the Planet of the Apes in attendance were like the entire cast, and then afterward, people were just like saying hi or taking a picture. And I like the only person I said hi to was Andy Serkis, and I went, I shook his hand, and I was just like, yo, what you do is transcending. This is a game changer. You're magic. I said something stupid like that. I called the guy magic. As opposed to just taking out my video and be like, smile.
Oh, yeah. Here's some. Are there post-credit scenes?
Are there post-credit scenes? There is post-credit scene. So
There's one post-credit scene, so we need to stay.
Yeah, like don't. No, I wouldn't stay. It's actually a mid-credit scene.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like.
Although sometimes they do change that after.
No,
They've
like
done
for
that
us,
in the past.
Yeah, for us it wasn't. It was just it was just a one very lame post-credit scene.
Okay, cool. I like the lame ones.
Yeah. Word up, B. Ah, shit. I have to make a work phone call. I'm gonna hop off. I'll hop back on. Peace.
God, I can't believe I have to wait a whole week to see that. Are you gonna go see it, Justin?
If I do, it'll be a really long time. Like the rest of October is really busy on the weekends and stuff. So I don't know. We got a convention at the end of the month, like kids Halloween stuff next weekend, and it's a busy time.
Oh yeah, Halloween's coming up. Doesn't mean anything for me. We pass out candy though, I guess.
I say, aren't you going to pass out candy?
Yeah, we always do that. Lisa loves passing out candy. I don't really care, but we still do it.
You know what you could do is like put all the candy in a bowl and say take one piece, and then when kids take more than one piece, you could just chase after them until you get that extra piece back.
Give me that Kit Kat bar back.
That sounds like a win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah, I'd be super pissed. I remember as a kid just seeing those bowls and seeing kids walk up and just pour the whole bowl into their bag. Kids are savages.
When it comes to that candy.
Oh, yeah. But it was usually like some 14-year-old. Wasn't even a little kid, just this older kid. That's all mine.
You run out of time.
Oh no, we lost DJ.
Yeah, he said he'd hop back on. We're still going. I should probably hop off. I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, I'm about to hop off. Me and Monkey got to head out.
All
So
right.
bye, everybody.
I guess we're ending.
We're good seeing y'all. Until next time, we are Legion.
See you tomorrow.